first. Rest in peace, Bobby Hart. He was part of the duo Boyce and Hart.
Yes.
Who were a prolific and successful singing and songwriting duo starting in the mid-'60s. My understanding is that a television producer came to them and said, we're going to be producing this television show. It's going to be a musical variety show. They started writing music for the Monkees before they even knew it was the Monkees. My understanding is they started walking home with this idea. The show's coming out. Here we come.
Oh, my God.
Walking down the street, getting funniest looks from everyone we meet. And so they came up.
Monkees.
Monkees theme song. The Hey, Hey, we're the Monkees. Last Train to Clarksville.
All of these things, every single hubbub that we are going through right now, from the tiniest to the biggest, are all within our grasp to fix. There's none of this we cannot come together to understand and to overcome. Not one bit of it. And all within Constitution.
For sure.
All of it. Yeah. All of it within the law.
There's an interesting urban legend called the baby train. And this urban legend shows up in the United States, Australia, and the UK. There is a baby boom in a small town because at like 5 a.m. every morning, a train would pass through town blaring its horn, just like we get behind us sometimes here a little bit ago. And that would wake the residents up. 5 a.m., it's too late to go back to sleep, and it's too early really to get up and start getting ready for work. So what do? It caused a baby boom.
Jeez.
Because the train would wake everybody up, and they just get to, whatever it is that they do.
The train into the tunnel is a thing. It's a metaphor.
So this resulted in many baby booms in town. Never heard that before.
Welcome everyone to Our Town Podcast, coming to you from the Cedar Stream studio space in beautiful downtown Renton. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Hit the like and subscribe button to never miss an episode. And don't forget to visit our-townpodcast.com for all the links. Join the members only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. And now, here they are, the boys of Our Town Podcast.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast. Yes, it is, Mike. Episode 140, boys.
What?
On this wonderful September evening.
Seems like yesterday.
Beautiful, beautiful downtown Renton from the Cedar Stream studio space. And you can go to our-townpodcast.com. There is a page for Cedar Streams if you're interested in doing some recording down here. Jeff's got a nice setup, and he will be happy to work with you guys on whatever it is you need to record. So music, talk, podcast,
poetry, will and testament.
If you need to. Hell yeah. I'm sure he's into it. So go look it up. He's got his rates and stuff on there. But, boys, tonight's safe word, choo-choo. That's it. So if anybody's not feeling safe, just yell out choo-choo, and we'll stop this here program and check on you. You folks can do it at home. Just yell out choo-choo. Hit pause, take a breath, do some stretching, take a walk.
Put on your yoga pants.
Pet your cat. Whatever it is you do.
There it is.
That's because when I was doing the urban, so originally on this episode, we're doing rock and roll urban legends and myths tonight. And I was originally looking up just generic urban legends before I kind of veered right into the rock and roll urban legends because there are so many of them. And I found one. There's an interesting urban legend called the baby train. And this urban legend shows up in the United States, Australia, and the UK. The legend is this. There is a baby boom in a small town because at like 5 a.m. every morning, a train would pass through town blaring its horn, just like we get behind us sometimes here. We had a little bit ago. And that would wake the residents up. Well, at 5 a.m., it's too late to go back to sleep, and it's too early really to get up and start getting ready for work.
True.
So what do you do?
Choo choo.
So, and that caused a baby boom.
Jeez.
Because the train would wake everybody up, and they just get to, whatever it is that they
Hey,
do.
and in French cinema, the train into the tunnel is a thing. It's a metaphor. It's a metaphor over here.
So this resulted in many baby booms in town. So I thought that was kind of a funny
neat.
urban legend. I never heard that before.
So
More people to get arsenic from the train tracks.
instead of just going and taking a nap, you should do something before you take a nap.
not?
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez, come on.
All right.
Folks, it's healthy. And before we jump into headlines, I just want to say we've had a few thousand listeners, couple thousand
that's
listeners on the Hank and Marge series.
Well, that's
On
nice.
the YouTube and on the Spotify's. And we are everywhere. If you don't like listening on YouTube or Spotify, you can go to Apple Podcasts, you can go to Amazon, you can go to Good Pods. I mean, there's it's just everywhere. We're
So when we
everywhere.
see you in public, don't go, well, I couldn't find it.
Don't tell me that.
Plus, you'll laugh. You'll laugh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Hank and Marge is our
It's fun.
series. 12 episodes have been released.
How
We
is
got
that
the
even
last
possible?
3 for season 1 next
Incredible.
week.
Yeah.
So we're
Geez,
looking
good
forward
work,
to that.
everybody.
Yes.
Great work.
Go
Great
check
work,
it out
everybody.
and let us know what you think, because we worked hard on it and
It's
we
funny.
think it's funny.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, fair. Okay. I think it's,
It is funny.
But I like
It is
funny.
funny.
So we're just
Yeah.
trying to share funny with the with the rest of
And
y'all.
in this time in our life, we need some funny.
Yeah,
'Cause
fair.
There's a lot going
I know,
on.
and sometimes I
Amen.
feel bad for feeling good.
Yeah.
I go, if things are hectic, and I think they are, and I'm really trying to keep my cool, but should I feel bad for having fun and laughing?
No,
You know?
because that's the human experience,
Yes,
right?
fair, yes.
Well, getting into those headlines, boys. This is an interesting story. Researchers have found that the gains in our average life expectancy are basically done. They're
Sure,
unlikely
sure,
to
sure.
continue.
Yeah. Well,
So-
we're only 8 months in.
So life expectancy in the last century has grown exponentially. It's gone 20 years. We've gained
yeah.
over that, and that's from vaccines. It's from
Yes.
medicine,
Vaccines in the youth, mostly.
yes,
Yeah, and the regulatory state.
yeah.
Period. It was
Yes.
not because of unfettered
Yeah.
capitalism.
Well, and
Right?
food safety, job
Yeah.
safety,
Yep.
car
Right.
safety,
Yep, the quest for
seatbelts.
knowledge. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing. So we basically researchers are saying we've exhausted
Oh, good.
any improvements we can.
There's nothing.
Got that out of the
Unless
way.
everybody gets into a bubble suit, right?
Right. Isn't there something to be said about the, the human genome and CRISPR and editing and all
Yeah.
that sort of thing? There's
Yeah.
something in there.
Maybe.
I mean, once they get to that, yeah.
Advancements and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we get an 800-year-old Dick Cheney. Great. Fucking great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, oh.
We got him in cryo freeze and he's,
Oh,
he
man.
comes
Get him in
back.
front of a
But
shotgun.
that's kind of the promise of taking it that direction, right?
Yeah.
But that's really have said a lot about how we've really helped with infant mortality. That's a broad
Yes,
statement,
yeah.
right? Like
and
a
that's
lot,
basically
man.
what it comes down to, right? It's
A lot of it.
We
yeah.
don't have
And
any more.
techniques, disease and techniques for keeping people alive, like,
Well, and,
like preemies
for
and stuff like that.
baby
Yeah.
mortality, infant
The
mortality.
infant mortality.
Yeah.
And OSHA's doing its share for
Oh, yeah.
watching so
The
that
working age males,
the
yeah.
working age
Yeah.
males don't get
Yeah.
run over by tractors and oxen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
When's the last time you guys watched one of those heavy machinery safety videos?
Oh, they pop up every once in a while for sure. Yeah.
Guy goes flying.
Yeah, I get
Jesus.
traumatized just watching the movie.
I think we all just need to, take jobs where we sit in the Wally chair.
Slurpee.
I didn't know we had a pool.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had bones.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Jeez. Well, speaking of mortality, it was kind of a bad segue. Trump and his ilk have blown up another boat from Venezuela. Don't know.
With no proof of
no
anything,
proof.
of
They didn't
anything
pull
at
it
all.
over.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what
think they're
happened?
really just
What
trying
happened?
to poke the bear of Venezuela, right?
Yeah. So was it last week they did this, or was it 2 weeks ago?
It's been a couple since the first one. You mean? Yeah.
They had the Navy blow up this boat that they say was part of a drug cartel
I think
gang.
we've got a destroyer group down there right now, right?
Yeah, with 4,000 Marines in Puerto
yeah,
Rico.
yeah.
Is Venezuela really a threat in any way?
No, not really.
But we've got destroyers down there.
Yeah, in a destabilized economy and antagonistic stuff. And actors are always going to act against everybody, right? But no, not in any particular
Significant way.
immediate way. No, negative.
Yeah, okay.
But they have a massive amount of oil.
Yes.
In our hemisphere, right?
Could that have anything to do with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just a little.
it is, and I mean,
Probably.
oil right now has just regained importance, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, we'll see. We'll
So
see.
Jeff, the first boat they blew up had 11 people on it. There was no evidence of anything that they've shown Congress or anybody else. There's no way to prove that they've shown that these guys were part of
any
a
kind of
drug
drugs,
cartel.
we're moving drugs
We're
in
moving drugs.
any large amount at all.
And we have no
You know what I mean?
idea
Because there was a
if these
tiny
were
fucking boat with 11
children.
human beings on it.
Yes.
Right? It's like, so they're not carrying
massive
you know what I'm
amounts of
saying?
cocaine,
It's like,
yeah.
that's not how that would work.
Right,
And,
right.
and if you can blow them up, you can stop them and search them.
Yes. Yeah.
Right?
That's
It's
what
like,
the Coast Guard is trained to do.
right.
Yeah,
so,
so-
but this is not in our waters. This is international waters. Where the
Right.
fuck? So this is a naval thing, not a
Yeah.
Coast Guard thing per se, but
But
same fucking thing.
Did
Our
the Navy ship
Oh, yeah.
get fired upon?
No.
Say that again.
Did the Navy ship get fired upon? No.
No.
So the second boat, it was earlier this week.
Yeah, I don't
think
have
it
it.
had
I
two
don't know enough
people on
about that
board,
second one. Yeah.
and they're trying to say that we saw the drugs float to the surface and all this. other
Still,
stuff.
you
it
don't
could
just
be
blow
a bit
it
of diaper,
up.
dude. You don't know what it is, and that's extrajudicial killings. I was mad when the Obama
Obama's
administration
did,
was
yes.
doing it. with
Drones,
yeah, because
yeah.
it's dicky,
Yeah.
and that's not an executive branch thing,
Right.
and it's dicky.
Yeah.
Right? It's best
Yes.
to get these people in chains
Yeah.
and show that the system fucking works.
Right.
If they're really bringing 10 tons of fentanyl to Florida, yeah, dude.
Yes.
Right? But just
How
blowing
close
up a
to
boat,
Florida
we don't
were
even
they?
know. Why would we trust any government to tell us that?
Right. Yeah.
They're just showing us that they can target an individual.
Yeah.
Right? And we don't know who are on
Well,
those
and I
boats.
think that's
Was
what
that some
it's
kind
about.
of freedom fighter for all we know? We don't know.
Yeah, that
Because
was my next question.
You know what I mean? We don't know what the fuck that is. Yeah.
Well, who were the people on the boat?
Meh, 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 meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
That's
No.
that's murder, right? And striking terror in a people in a hemisphere that's not really ours, right?
Right.
That's not our sphere of influence,
Oh yeah,
really.
you could have gone a long time ago and set those folks up for success.
Yeah, you mean like a Marshall Plan for Latin America?
Yes.
Yes.
Long
Yes.
time ago, you could have set
Yeah.
them up for success.
Yeah, you want to stop mass migrations of people trying to find work? Enable work where they live, right? It's like, man, and they're not the ones that are buying cocaine.
No.
You know what I mean? It's us that are buying cocaine, right?
Well,
Like looking at you, kitchen workers of the world.
I'm not. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah. You know, somebody is.
Yeah.
And drugs in general, just because we in this room aren't, it's
Yeah.
obviously a big business,
Right.
right? We're not making that up.
It is.
man.
Yeah, I heard a statistic the other day that there's like over 50% of the United States has some what kind of a disease? Chronic disease,
Oh.
and they're on some sort of medication. And some estimates are at like 70%.
Yeah, but some of that is,
70%.
well, let's
Yeah.
fair.
Well, let's say it's not. Let's say it's
But
25 or
the
30.
beginning of the show where we talked about our longevity, right? That's not just babies not dying. That's also people living longer, right? We are dying.
Yeah, but living-
remember what our grandmas looked like at 40? It's like fucking looked like Aunt May. Like,
B. Arthur.
yeah,
That was
not
due
the,
to their
not the
hair,
Marissa
though, I
Tomei
think,
version. Yeah.
I prefer
Yeah.
the Marissa Tomei version.
Yeah, but how many people want to live like
I
instead
know.
of
Being all
you know,
hooked up on
healthy?
every- I know.
Autism
I
rates
know.
are like
But
at an all-time high.
Is that the pharmaceutical companies pushing new drugs and the doctors over prescribing?
I think it's just a appropriation of what can work. So if you're a doctor and you're getting kickbacks from these guys that are walking through your front door, giving you lunch and telling you to sell their drugs. And that happened to me every day when I was working with Chris Berry up at Overlake Hospital, or Overlake Eye Care. There were drug reps coming in there pushing their things. I can't imagine it's any different inside of a regular hospital where they're saying you'll get a kickback or an incentive for this, that, and the other thing if you sell this much Viagra, this much Adderall, this much whatever. And so
can I place an order now?
Yeah. But also when...
What's the shelf life?
I'll speak from experience. Since the first time I got cancer back in 2012, one thing was sure that they didn't push any sort of nutrition. They have a nutrition department at Fred Hutch, but they didn't push nutrition first. They just threw me on a bunch of drugs.
No, that's up to the individual to go look into that because they don't have, and this is what they would say. I don't mean to speak for them, but that there's just not the data for it. Right. And they need to be able to put forth something that at least there's, and I'm not saying there aren't corruptions and kickbacks and stuff, but that's not what I'm saying.
Sure.
But the idea behind medicine is they can say, and then the person taking it, they're still part of the trial.
Correct.
Right. Because all that information is collated, right? Of course.
That's right. I got this new idea. I'm going to go ahead and throw you on this new thing. It's promising. You should try it.
Yeah.
Gives you some hope, maybe the placebo effect and such, but it's
because
still
they don't have data that says, 97.3% of 1,000 people in this double-blind test did
that's right.
The essential fatty acids,
right?
Saline
study
whatever it
or
might
whatever.
Be. Exactly. So without that, and as a doctor can't prescribe that. A wise person could suggest that.
Yes.
Right. So a nutritionist, somebody who knew cell biology,
sure.
Of course they could suggest something.
So what does that?
But that's not this. I just think we get sometimes mad at these institutions when it's not necessarily, it's just not part of it. You know what I mean?
So that leads me to want to ask more questions, right? In this, 2012 to 2025.
That's 13 long years,
13-year period of me going through this process. What does that make you question then? Why hasn't there been done things? Why has pharmaceuticals become?
Why aren't they putting money in those studies?
Well, why are pharmaceuticals the number one go-to and not the foods that they're derived from? The foods, the plants and the
in some cases
organics. They just synthesize
we look for isolates
things.
as opposed to these
Correct.
specific natural compounds.
And they synthesize that.
Yes and no. Yes. Yeah. Sure.
But why?
Well, you synthesize it so that, and not always, right? But when you do, it's typically so that you can have much more exact. For large scale shit, you need to be exactly the same every single time.
Correct.
Transportable. The molecule has to be stable. It has to be able to be bottled to be stable, to be transported. Blah 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 blah.
Right.
And I'm not trying to defend industry over here.
No.
But these are the nuts and bolts of how that can be.
Yeah.
Dealt on a large scale. You know what I mean?
But how come we're not using the plants themselves? If the plants themselves are the derived focus and we're using pharmaceuticals, which is a petrochemical product, why wouldn't we want to promote something that's got like a banana or some fruit or something?
I wouldn't want a cancer doctor to be a lifestyle coach necessarily, because that's not their specialty. Their specialty is figuring out how this cell turned the way it is.
Correct.
And how to get rid of it.
Right.
The person looking out for my metabolism, I should talk to if I want the professions, an endocrinologist to a exercise coach. So they figure out what my muscle tissue is like, what I'm craving, take blood tests, what nutrition do you need, and how many calories you blah, 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 blah. That's not a doctor's job.
Well, I think
That's
it's a doctor's job, in my opinion, for them to focus at least on getting your body, immune system is the thing that keeps me healthy. That's why you're healthy. That's why you're healthy, Charles, and we're all healthy. Our immune systems get degraded or blocked by some mechanism. What is that mechanism? And then why are we not trying to get our immune systems built back up? And I asked that question because when I first started the chemo process or the cancer process, it wasn't about immunotherapy. Now they're doing these immunotherapies where they're boosting your immune system, but that has a side effect of killing your organs. So I killed my pancreas, or that killed my pancreas, burned it to death.
Yeah.
And most people die from the cure, not the disease itself. And I would rather not take the the medicine and die than live the unhealthy way I did.
I think the idea of exploring alternative medicines and such, that's incumbent upon us to find what our body is needing and then finding out how to do that. We can be participatory. But a cancer doctor has spent 16 years studying cancer.
I don't disagree.
So it's not like we can't expect an expert to be an expert on every single fucking subject. We have to absorb some of that responsibility.
I know.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm just saying that.
I know.
Okay.
But I've got a contrary. Sorry, Charles. Just give me a second. I've got a come back to that. So there was when I first got cancer, I ended up having this desire to go ahead and do it naturally. So I started juicing based on a protocol that this man coined or made very popular, and he couldn't have his clinics in the United States. So one was in France and one was down in Mexico. So what does that say to the industry? Why do they feel like
that's not the end? That's the American Taliban that puts down drugs, because that was a cannabis cure, right?
No, it was, yes. It was an all over cure for lots of different types of diseases, cancer being one of them. And you would basically do juicing every day.
But wasn't it juicing cannabis leaves or something, or was that something separate?
That was something separate.
Oh, okay.
That was I was doing both.
Okay,
I was doing both.
Yeah.
But the other one was from God. I can't remember his name. It'll come to me. But it was one of those things where you can always have those clinics, but you can't call them medical clinics. You know what I mean? Like when dudes get the RFK Jr., his chiefs and shit for the vaccine department are these fake fucking doctors who set up a fake medical school. They're doing fake cures for autism and shit like that. Now it's fake, but you can have nutrition clinics. Dudes go to get steroids all the time. Yeah. Right? There's ways to do that. You can set up, you know what I mean, but you can't call it certain things. Yeah.
And insurances won't get involved with it or whatever. But
right.
But I don't know, dude. I know what you're saying, because I don't trust giant corporations dealing with molecules so powerful. You know what I mean? Willy-nilly. And for profit, with a profit motive behind it.
Right. Yeah, it's fun.
Well, so it makes me uncomfortable to feel
safe word.
Yeah, choo-choo, right? It's happening right behind us, right?
To defend giant industries that are certainly not innocents, right? But yes, it's incumbent upon us to be active at our own path.
Right. And Mike, that's a great shot behind you. Take a look at the camera right here. Train's going right behind your head. It's awesome.
Choo, baby, choo.
Thank you, Boeing.
No, I was just going to ask you, so you go in, you get diagnosed, you're working with your doctor, he probably recommended an oncologist and everything else.
Yep.
Did you go in, whatever system you're in, group health, whatever, did they set you up with the nutritionist? Did they set you up with a counselor? Did they set you up with
they can
support groups? Do they do all this stuff?
I bet if you have enough insurance money, they would. If you're a risk person, they would.
But they don't do it immediately. You have to advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
I needed a psychiatrist to help with my mental health because I was feeling so down and so I was sick. I mean, I've never been so sick in my life.
Yeah.
And
tons of
then I asked for a nutritionist. I asked for financial help. I asked for all kinds of help from them, and they have that available, but you have to advocate for yourself. Okay. And so in that whole process of the last 23 years of dealing with this, or sorry, 13 years, they just push these new drugs, and I feel like a guinea pig.
But you are, to some degree, yes.
Yeah,
it's already gone through studies and such,
yeah.
But the studies never end.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, you are a guinea pig.
I am a guinea pig, And when I went off of those meds that they tried to get me on that was killing my pancreas and such, and I recovered without being on the meds, without telling them, and 9 months later, I finally told them I'd been off the meds after 3 scans. That made a big difference in Dr. Hall's. He goes, what have you been doing? I go, well, I've just been taking care of my health and eating well and grounding and that sort of thing. Just, keeping my biofeedback.
I think number one, a positive attitude where just like a professional boxer, you can't be defeated.
No.
And you convince yourself of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do. I say to myself, I'm 25 and getting younger every day.
Oh, nice.
Because why not? I mean, I just turned
Oh, yeah.
24 in August because I was 25, and now I got to be 24 because I had a birthday. You know,
Yeah, totally. I mean,
backwards, going
and
backwards.
Janelle's 26, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, nice.
and
That
an
older
older
women are
woman.
great.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is nice.
But Charles, yeah,
Super good.
they do give
Yeah,
me
I'm just
some.
wondering if, and maybe it's just depending on what system you've got. I don't know, because you would think that it's got to be a whole body health thing when you walk in the door. I mean, that's how it should be, right?
No,
It's
Like, we're going to set you up with a nutritionist.
Yes.
We're going to set you up with a counselor. Here's a bunch of support groups
Yeah.
we can set you up
Nope.
with. We've got family care.
Nope.
I just
Well, so what's the brick? All these experts exist.
yes.
All of these pathways exist.
Yeah.
So what's the holdup?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, because
Money.
maybe a health system for the greatest of our commonwealth,
Yes,
our people,
I know.
the citizenry, the greatest of our commonwealth.
Yeah.
The one investment, of course, we should be making that we know from all of the data that an investment into health, public health, pays huge dividends.
Sure.
We know this.
And we still spend.
We're still
right?
spending. It's just going
The U.S.
not to care.
as a collective spends more on
Yes.
health care than any
Yes.
country in the world.
Yes,
The,
but-
the people do.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, the money's not going to the
collective.
care part, though,
Yeah.
necessarily.
It's going to the insurance companies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make a lot of money, et cetera, and to skew everything to where we can't have these holistic, lack of a better
Enterprises.
term, but these multi-dimensional care
Right.
routines, right, and regimens that
Yeah.
prevent over expenditures because it's only gone one direction.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like
Do you remember
and
Dallas?
preventative care, et cetera.
Preventative care, totally,
Yeah.
right? That's
But
where nutrition and health
Yeah.
and well-being.
No,
and we were duped
Yes.
back in the 80s and 90s when they said the
Ketchup's a vegetable.
fucking health, the health, or what, the health pyramid or the food pyramid.
yeah.
It was completely inverted. Carbs were the
Yeah.
number one base,
Yes.
right? And
Yeah.
that's what makes us fucking
Yeah.
obese.
Hey, how dare you?
Like I'm a bread and pasta. Come on, mama.
Yeah, it's a big scam. Everything's a scam. But
Well,
thank God we
yeah.
have. The first point you made though was that we have seen incredible increases in life expectancy, and
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
point of this whole thing is
Yeah.
that we have to give some credit
yes.
to the healthcare industry.
And because they are cleaning up the mess of our lifestyle, right? Like more people get in car accidents today, more people get shot today,
Yeah.
but less of them die. Because our trauma care has
Right.
come so far.
Yes,
Better they
And
don't
car
get shot.
safety.
Car
Better
safety.
they don't get into car wrecks, right?
Yeah.
The preventative side is better.
Right.
Of course.
Well, and the water, that speaks to the water issues, right? Water's always been an issue for
Et cetera,
public
et cetera.
health, right?
Yeah, but man, nobody wants to pay taxes. So how do you get clean, drinkable water piped to 340 million Americans?
What was that bill that what's his name did the new bill, the Brave New Deal or whatever it's called?
It should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Big,
big beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the hornswoggle of hornswogglers. But all of these things, every single hubbub that we are going through right now, from the tiniest to the biggest, are all within our grasp to fix. There's none of this we cannot come together to understand
Absolutely.
and to overcome. Not one bit of it. And all within Constitution.
For sure.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it within the law.
Yeah.
We can fix every single fucking problem within the law.
Yep.
It's just going to take some work,
Well,
right?
yeah.
And we need to quit throwing rocks at institutions that we ourselves are not offering a better alternative to, a fix to, right?
Right.
And I do enjoy throwing bricks, people. Don't get me wrong, but
Hopefully
I
it
got to
doesn't-
know when it's
hopefully it
helpful
doesn't
to
come
do
to
so
that.
Bricks are
and when
heavy.
it's harmful to do so, right? And that's incumbent upon me,
Yeah.
right? I need to be in charge of my intellectual and emotional state, right?
Yeah.
Especially in important times.
I prefer throwing soup cans. Anything cream of.
Yeah. SpaghettiOs.
Oh, hey, cream of SpaghettiOs.
That's right.
Yeah, let's make some Alfredo SpaghettiOs,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. Right. Write that in your
TM.
constitution, motherfucker.
Oh man! Yeah, take a time machine back. Remember last week we were talking about like British SpaghettiOs from 1950 canned. So man, just the worst possible food.
See if I get something.
Man, I would
on
rather
eBay.
eat dog food for sure.
Oh man. Where the hell were we? Speaking of eating SpaghettiOs, ABC has indefinitely suspended Jimmy Kimmel for remarks he made
Why would they have
about
done that?
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
And the only reason they did was same thing with Colbert. Was there's a ABC is trying to merge with Nexstar or Nexstar Media Group is trying to buy them or some bullshit. It's a $6.2 billion merger that the FCC has to approve.
Right, and the FCC is the one that that put the complaint in on
So gross.
What's his
it's
name?
So gross. It's an obvious.
No, not Stephen Colbert. Yeah.
And now
Kimmel.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you want the merger to go through?
Yeah,
rid of
in
this
both
guy.
cases, it was for a merger deal.
Yeah.
So that a big business could get bigger, and not only that, but telecommunications could consolidate even
more.
further.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wasn't sure that was even possible in this day and age.
Yeah.
Who are these people that actually are at the top of the making these big decisions?
Yeah.
I want their names and I want their addresses and I want to go storm the castle.
Oh man!
Fuck them.
But then that gap would just get filled. You can't just shoot the.
Oh, it's a vacuum for sure. It's a total vacuum.
So we got to change the game.
Yeah, how do
right?
we do that?
Well, the regulatory system. We had laws on the books that said you couldn't consolidate media like that.
Correct.
You couldn't take the whole message and make it your own.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And own all of the bandwidth of the spectrum, the light spectrum. We sold that away in the 90s. To all these big corporations and these big companies, when that's it's like we were talking earlier. We were talking about shortwave radio, right? And having, or what was that called?
It was sure.
Shortwave radio, and with Apocalypse Comes, that's a really good way of communicating.
Because you own the transmission and
And those are just the waves across air, right? Whereas the waves across light are a spectrum of light that we initially, when we started the internet, we were just doing in white light. And now the spectrum is in full color. And the amount of information that can be transmitted throughout those frequencies of color is innumerable. It's unimaginable. And it was sold to the highest bidder. And that was ours. We own these wavelengths up here in the air, but we sure don't own them on the internet or on the fiber optic cables that some big corporation has built the infrastructure and now owns that resource that can be turned on and off or manipulated in any way.
And nor have we been shown that these ever consolidating powers have our
best interest. They
And
don't have our
any
best
kind
interest.
of interest, and less all of the time. The more things that can be automated, they have shown us, and AI is just the latest example of putting the cart way before the horse and just dumping any kind of human involvement in it as soon as possible. Right, so that's going to be all labor, and really now these guys, the Peter Thiels, the super billionaire techno ding dongs, et cetera. This whole new, because we've gone through different periods in human history where there's been consolidations about. Right, this is not the first.
No,
but this particular group of them, they're ding dongs, dude, and they do not see us as even a commodity to be indentured. Right, they don't care if we're gone.
No, we're just food eaters. We just eat the food.
No, we're parasites to them, dude. It's not cool. They're ding dongs.
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck, and they're gonna. It's part of the Agenda 30 that I've been reading
ain't
about.
Cool, man. They're gonna make us desperate enough to fight each other.
Yeah,
right.
Civil war is inevitable. It seems like.
Oh man, well, hopefully not. Hopefully, because again, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say what you were talking about earlier. They control the satellites, they control the fiber optics, all the ground cable.
Yeah.
All the cell towers.
Yep.
What is Musk's Starlink?
Yeah.
Yep. The grid that's up there.
The grid that's up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
They did it in Nepal.
They did it in
recently.
Nepal. Just
what
recently.
Do you mean?
They cut off.
They cut off communication.
Oh,
They shut down all the social media stuff.
Yes.
So the students couldn't communicate with each other.
Yeah. I was watching something yesterday on the. Excuse me. On. the Epstein files, and there was a gal that was talking who said that she had information on some cabinet members that were a part of the Epstein Island thing, right? And then once it was getting to that, it shut off and went to a commercial for Seattle. And it was just a static image. And I sat there and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited.
Never came back?
Never came back. Wow. And it was like just when I was getting to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. Wow.
Like, so the control is real.
Yeah.
And then we talked earlier about me having that experience where everything today when I was on social media was more about things that had happened in the past, like big events that had happened in the past, than actually was going on. So I had to really check on it because I haven't been paying attention to things. And so the ability to separate us through these these lines, like they call gerrymandering, you can do that in the internet too. I can
100%
use AI.
do it all the time. Do it all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes for advertising when you pay them to do it, but they're certainly doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
It's weird, man. And they get to pick, just like with the Cambridge Analytics showed us, dude, they get to pick and choose how they communicate to you and what they communicate to you.
That's right.
And the fucking gig's in, dude. I don't know if the Russians showed us how to do it or it was just elementary or it's all, you know what I mean? But it's, of course.
It's an algorithm. I didn't sign up for this algorithm.
No, we have not. But previously to this, there's been times throughout human history when like the message was, Maria, we put the blinders on, right? It's like, that's happened many times, typically through religion. Not to be a dick about it. Yeah. But typically that's
during war, right? During war, the Rosie the Riveter years,
sure.
And all the propaganda that went along with that.
Yeah. And some of which you can look back and go, man, that was awful. And sometimes you can look back and go, well, that part of it, man, maybe that did help.
Yeah, but this is unprecedented. In my opinion, this is unprecedented.
And there's no emergency being responded to.
Right. And the powers that be have control over the mechanism to force us by whatever it is, by the control of digital IDs, cryptocurrencies, getting us off of a standard of money. They got us off of the gold standard. Now we're in just currency that's a fiat currency, headed to another fiat currency that's going to be run by even fewer people.
Yeah.
It's so fucked.
Yes.
And I like to have my cash. I like to have some money to go spend. Yeah. But when everybody doesn't take cash anymore, what are we going to do?
And I don't know how that's even like how you can be in business and refuse cash. I understand why people do it because robbery sucks.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But
But to
it
deny
says this is legal tender for all debts, public and private.
Yeah.
How can somebody refuse that?
Yeah,
I think that's a little funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Seattle's heading towards the mandate for them to all have to take. I heard that was coming up this year or something, that they have to take cash. But I don't want to go.
How about the balloons?
That's fine. We're walking around with wheelbarrows. That guy's got too much. He's got his wheelbarrow full of.
At first, I thought you said balloons.
I had a bunch of.
I was like, good.
Yeah, that went wrong though in Chicago, didn't it?
Yeah, I need 2 poodles and a magic wand.
Yeah. Oh,
we also cited like weak.
How about a pink sword? I can do a sword.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh man.
Speaking of pink swords,
yeah. Well, I was just going to say too, because if you refuse the cash, then everybody's got to put their money into an institution.
Yep.
That gets charged.
Yeah.
Because all banks,
everybody gets checked.
It's a piece of that.
Yeah.
I can check and see what you have at any time. But if I've got $1,000 under my mattress,
right,
fuck you.
Yeah. Which, for the record, I don't.
Don't
come by.
I wish I had $1,000 under my mattress.
Oh, geez. Well, speaking of what was it, pink swords and emergencies that don't exist.
Dr. Freud will see you now.
The next troop deployment is going to be to Memphis, Tennessee, which again is on a crime decline for the first time.
Well, that's great for everybody because then the chance, hopefully, of a National Guard person being like shot at or something is minimized.
Yeah,
right. Because that would help no one. Yeah, that would help nobody. They're just regular citizens like you and me, following orders, right? Yeah. Hopefully they won't follow any unconstitutional orders, which they have every right to disobey an unconstitutional order.
Yes,
100% you do. Yeah. And hopefully you're not asked to do so.
Yeah.
They're not officers of the law. They're not officers of the court.
They're not
trained in such things.
Yeah.
Right? It's different, man. Urban combat is not the same as policing.
Right.
Right? They might be trained in urban combat, but probably not. And they'd be much better served being used with the Army Corps of Engineers to improve a bunch of flood zones, stuff like that. That's a way better use for them, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to diminish their value. They're great. They're citizen soldiers. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
But there's other things that they can be doing.
Bay was one for 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
and it's a great job.
My son was National Guard for 6 years.
You mean Daniel's dad?
Yes, Daniel's dad. Second class citizen.
How quickly we forget.
But his first MOS was Cav Scout, which had no use whatsoever as a law enforcement officer, right? Light armor, quick reactionary force. Yeah. And then when COVID hit, he actually switched to biological weapon, chemical weapons. Well, he went and spent time setting up COVID
responses to it. Oh, that's great. Oh, geez,
in a
that's
couple
great.
different places.
Yeah.
So he did get deployed in Washington State doing that, but I can't imagine because he's going to school.
Yeah, as a patrol is different, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As an uninvited patrol under a pretext of an emergency that doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
That's just the idea that that we're allowing and normalizing the executive branch just to call emergency.
And just
anytime that branch wants to call emergency. Are you kidding me?
Read an article that said that in modern history, presidents on average call out about 7 national emergencies during the entire 4 years of their term. 7.
Right.
And this could be hurricane, this could be floods, Katrina type stuff. Molasses. Yeah. Cruising through the streets, whatever it is. Yeah. Trump has called out 20-something national emergencies in how many months has he been
9
president?
months.
The Supreme Court's just quiet about it. Yeah, executive branch gets to do whatever they want.
It's
insane. Yeah. How did the Supreme Court? What is going on? Why would they allow the obvious usurpation?
No idea.
I laugh at funerals and I laugh at in church and I laugh at natural disasters too.
I
don't know. And I think back about Collins from Maine, where she voted against impeachment on the last go round, saying he's learned his lesson.
Oh my God.
And then took a $2 million bribe.
Yeah. So shitty
to pass his.
Oh my God!
Thing. It's just,
or McConnell, who's now like, oops.
Yeah.
All of a sudden finds contrition. She's like, oh my God. But put all these. But even some of the McConnell judges, who were mostly Federalists, not exclusively. They've gone against Trump too. Yeah. Even some of those guys aren't so ding-daddy, but for the most part, the Federalists don't mind the big daddy.
Yeah.
The super executive thing, it's fucking ding-dong, dude.
But it's SCOTUS, man. He just takes it all the way up to that.
Yeah, he's on a fast track to those guys. Yeah. It's like they're the ones who are supposed to put stays on his behavior.
To not fire the Fed.
Yeah, yeah.
He's taking it all the way to the Supreme Court. Boop. And it'll happen. They'll give him whatever he wants. To rescind is the another thing that's obviously non-constitutional and against the law. Right.
Doing it. You know what I mean? It's tripping me out, dude.
It's just bizarro to me.
But that should be part of the Democrats right now should be saying the minute we're back into power, we're going to impeach all those 5 Federalist Supreme Court justices. Yes. They're done, and then we're going to raise it to 13. Yes. We're going to pack the entire court. You guys are fucking nuts, and you're all going to jail.
Yeah.
You're all going to. We kept the receipts, all the bribery, all the just stealing, all the data stealing. You're all going to jail, dude.
Yeah.
Start saying it out loud, Democrats.
Yeah.
They're coming for you anyway, right?
Yeah.
Say it out loud.
Yeah.
And start the process so that if you can win back the House, emergency. Then you can immediately hit the ground and not just kind of go, well, we're going to try to come up with a plan. We're going to have a bunch of meetings. Nobody wants that. Don't have a bunch of meetings. Have the meetings now.
Yeah.
Right. Let's come up with some plans. Right. because I really think I need to come up with a household plan. I encourage everyone within the sound of my voice to come up with an individualized family household plan, whatever that might look like. Right?
Amen. Right. That's
Yes.
great idea.
But then also, we know there needs to be a tomorrow. There has to be a tomorrow for at least the American people, if not the United States of America. Right. So what is the plan for that, and how can we participate in that? First, come up with a household plan so you don't have to think about that. And then let's look into tomorrow's plan.
Amen.
Amen, brother. Speaking of troops and nonsense,
And
did you hear about this? The FBI. The FBI is just a friggin' joke right now because of all the mistakes they made trying to identify the shooter in Utah. But I guess in Montana, the FBI decided to use a animal shelter, their incinerator, where they dispose of dead pets, to burn up a bunch of meth. And did not tell the people in there, but they also didn't clear the flue.
Oh, man.
So all that burning meth and drugs floated back into the building and sickened like 14 employees of this place.
Oh, man.
And there was 75 dogs and cats that had to be evacuated.
Oh.
So of course the people
And
that
now
were,
they're all like, go to the Betty Ford clinic.
yeah, the director said she was unaware that a drug burn was happening, and staff were exposed to the smoke for like an hour because they kept running back in to get these dogs and cats out to safety.
Man.
God bless them. And a few of them had to spend a bunch of time in a hyperbolic oxygen tank.
Hyperbaric chambers?
Hyperbaric chamber, yeah.
Man.
To combat the smoke inhalation. But it's just, now they're having to decontaminate the building. The pets are all scattered at
Who
different
was in
shelters.
charge of this? Is this
The
DEA?
FBI.
Oh, FBI. What the fuck are FBI burning
I don't
drugs?
know why it
Not
would
their
be the
job,
FBI.
dude.
Yeah.
What?
Any
This was,
any reports on how good the high was?
Yeah. Did anybody journal?
Yeah. How are the pets doing?
Yeah. The pets are journaling. They
Right.
just transcend
Oh,
it.
Is it now recommended?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
my
it was
God.
only 2 pounds of meth. I mean, that's a lot of meth.
I think
don't
that's
know.
a lot of meth.
It
yeah.
ain't that much to where you going to commandeer a shelter or an animal shelter to burn the shit.
burn the
what
shit?
the fuck is that?
The
That
FBI?
obviously shows it was not their job.
Is that a good idea to burn that? put
And
that
isn't
into
it
the
evidence
atmosphere?
at some point?
I don't know
And
how
if
they
it's
get
not
rid of it.
evidence, there's no way they're
That's a
just going
good
to.
point.
Right. Something's fishy, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Huh.
Yeah, no, because I'm sure there's like, yes, you don't just bring that to the local fucking.
The Yellowstone Valley Animal
mortuary.
Shelter
No,
in Billings,
dude,
Montana.
something's fishy. No, they're burning evidence. That's some dirty cops or some
Oh,
shit.
my God.
I don't
What
know.
do they do? This flash their badges when they walk into the
Yeah.
animal shelter and say, "Hey, we
we
need to
got a
use your
problem.
incinerator."
Man. And they're like, okay.
I
I guess you're a cop.
Jesus. Well, speaking of incinerating, the Fed lowered the interest rates a day or so ago.
Yes,
Here
a
we
quarter
go.
point,
Here we go.
Yes.
Which is,
Quarter point.
even a quarter point for the uber wealthy is a tremendous savings.
Yes.
Right. So
Yeah.
it doesn't mean shit to me on my credit card.
No.
What, 22.5 to
Right.
22.00. You know what I mean? 5.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Yeah, but the ultra wealthy, that's
Yeah,
that's a big market. It's
That's huge.
exponential.
It's huge. Oh, yeah.
And they're expecting 2 additional rate cuts by the end of the year.
Yeah.
At this point.
At what point does it not matter? And do markets actually rebel against this?
I don't know.
Because obviously the system is being gamed for the uber wealthy,
Again, what
right?
do you
Who are
mean?
hoarding. You know what I mean?
What was your question?
How long until the markets rebel? The markets are going along fine.
Okay,
right?
markets
But-
in that like the New York Stock Exchange.
Yes.
And they
And the tech and all
Okay,
that stuff. Yeah.
all right.
Which are kind of,
Why
the
would they?
tech giants are-
Why would they rebel?
because the way these guys are playing with interest rates and such is not necessarily healthy for the longer term economy. It just gooses the wealthy. It gives them a bonus, but for long term economic stability, growth, dependability, That's not necessarily the case.
But doesn't lower interest rates mean a more robust economy and housing prices?
It gets to be the result of a strong labor market, right?
Okay.
But once those inflation, the devaluing of money, and the labor markets are the two main things that they look at for the interest rates, right? Because their only mandate is maximum employment and about 2% inflation per year, right?
Okay.
So that's the Fed's mandate. And so the only tool they have is the cost of borrowing money. That interest rate, any kind of laws, where that money goes, that's all the legislative branch who hasn't done dick.
Nothing.
Okay, so blaming the Fed for most of this is nonsense. But they're trusted to be cool, calculated, long-term thinkers, right? So markets can bet on that. They know it's not just willy-nilly. If the people keeping an eye on it, just like with CDC or something else, if they're not trusted by the larger whole, then those markets can rebel with, you know what I mean, et cetera.
What's an example of rebelling, let's say?
Sell-offs.
Oh, sell-offs.
Sell-offs. If they're like,
the market starts to
yes,
drop.
that in this particular case, when we can't trust the interest rates, our bonds, the treasury bonds, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars of bonds that float our government, right? They become devalued. Right,
Got it.
And you can have sell-offs in those.
Okay,
and that's bad.
And those sell-offs are from
that we pay that back. We owe that promissory note.
Who?
The American people, the taxpayers. So every time somebody buys a bond from the U.S. government,
right,
that's the government saying, "I'll pay you back when you sell that to me." Plus
we
interest.
need your money for a
Got
while.
It.
Yes.
Yep. And we'll give you 3% or whatever
it might be.
Yeah. Okay.
But if people sell those off, right,
And
then that devalues them.
And there's large corporations that probably have lots and lots of bonds.
And countries.
Donald Trump's been buying up. Trump's been buying up a ton of bonds since he was elected last November.
Which might seem noble, but not when he is trying to manipulate the interest rate of those bonds.
Right. That's exactly what he's been trying to do.
Right. So that's
that's the definition of insider trading.
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah. And I'd say it's even worse is the cryptocurrency that he came up with.
Right.
And that whole company. Yeah. Oh, man. Like billions of dollars have gotten washed through there. Oh, it's just so bonkers.
It's good to be the king.
But we should be mad at overall. The Fed should be the most boring people on earth, right? They're not supposed to be exciting. They're supposed to just be trying to watch these trends, collect all of this data, right? And try to figure out what direction that's going and how can they stabilize that ship, right? Because unemployment, too high of employment costs, right? Labor costs and the interest and all that kind of shit, man. It's like it has immediate impacts and takes a long time to remedy.
Yeah, so the statement that the Fed made on September 17th was, quote, job gains have slowed and the unemployment rate has edged up but remains low. Inflation has moved up and remains somewhat elevated. So we've got higher than normal inflation and lower than expected job gains.
Yeah, and I thought we had like a 4.2% unemployment. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the last I heard. And that's a lot. Really?
Yeah, and they've had to adjust the numbers recently, a bunch of other stuff.
I don't know. We'll see. Economies are fucking funny anyway, and I also feel very uncomfortable sounding like I'm defending our economy as a whole, because to me it is absolutely bananas. It's bananas. The direction of it is completely wrong. It goes against our very humanity.
Right.
Let alone like liberty, health. You know what I mean? It's like it's antithesis of what the fuck it should be, right? And it just annoys me because we do know better somewhere in here. You know what I mean? Our little Jiminy Cricket. You know what I mean? It's like, oh.
Yeah, that inner voice. What is it, 23, what do we have, 28 trillion, $25 trillion in debt? That's a mismanagement of money, right? That's like...
And it's 30-something. I think it's closer to like 35
30
now?
right
now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And we just added, because of that big bountiful bill.
Yeah. 25% of it was put on in Trump's first, and 45.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. More than 20% of that.
Yes.
Well, that was during COVID, right?
That was just the beginnings of COVID.
The beginnings of COVID, right?
Because he was out by 2020, right?
Yeah.
Or by 2021.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's bananas. And I mean,
really is.
But that's like we were talking about earlier, just like having a home, a radio system, a CD system for you and your family.
Stock some food, some non-perishables,
Water,
some water, or
some canisters.
Just whatever we can claw back
Yeah.
from dependency on these systems is going to improve our lives and diminish the power of some bad systems, right? And how can we divorce ourselves first as a household in a healthy, quality way, where we're not losing quality of life, we're improving quality of life anyway, and just diminishing the power of these systems that are not necessarily of high quality.
Yeah.
Right.
And when we talk about doing stuff like that, the CB radios and having some food and having some water stored, you should be doing, we're not preppers here. We're not prepping for something crazy, but everybody should have something.
Why
right?
wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Earthquake, floods,
And just a power
volcano power outage for 3 days. I remember here in Renton, not that long ago, maybe 15 years ago, we had that huge ice storm.
Yeah, it was down for 10 days
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
down for 10 days.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
boiling water.
I was eating the cats, eating the dogs.
I'm boiling water on my
coming.
propane
I know where I'm coming.
barbecue.
I'm going to Mike's
It's
house.
just nuts, to take a bath and sleeping next to my fireplace, my wood burning
Oh, man,
fireplace with
It's
the
a
cat
thing.
and the dog. Just
It's a $3 night. Why not? And I don't want to have to call first responders.
No.
Save the first responders for some old person
Yes.
or somebody who really needs it.
Yeah.
Right? I don't want to have to call those guys.
Yeah.
Those, you know what I mean? Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, do it. And the times are funny right now. That's not hyperbole.
it's not.
Right? We've
It's
never
really
had a
not.
federal government in the United States that behaved this way. I mean, maybe small aspects of it, you know what I mean, but not as a whole.
Yeah.
and it's bad. Yeah.
Fairly consistent because it's every other day it's some new thing that we're talking about.
Constitutional atrocity.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. So the more we can divorce ourselves and the sooner, I think the more empowered we become. So
Figure out who you can count on.
yeah.
Some more bad news. A couple of celebrity deaths, boys. First, rest in peace, Bobby Hart. I'm going to try to find the age for you. 80-something years old, Jeff. He was part of the duo Boyce and Hart.
Yes.
Who were a prolific and successful singing and songwriting duo starting in the mid-60s.
Hit after hit after hit after hit.
My understanding is that a television producer came to them and said, hey, we're going to be producing this television show. It's going to be a musical variety show. It's kind of like the Beatles, kind of a thing. And so they started writing music for the Monkees before they even knew it was the Monkees.
Wow.
And my understanding is they started walking home with this idea. We're going to this show's coming out. And they started here we come.
Oh my God.
Walking down the street, getting funniest looks from everyone we meet. And so they came up
Monkeys.
Monkeys theme song. They wrote Hey, we're the Monkeys. That's it. Last Train to Clarksville.
Oh, sure.
Stepping
Huge hit.
Stone.
No.
They wrote
Stepping Stone's a
Stepping Stone.
huge hit.
Huge hit. Not just for the Monkeys, but for a couple of other artists.
Minor Threat for one.
Oh, that's right.
Right, yeah.
Yes, I always thought it was a good punk song. Don Kirshner was the guy that created the Monkees, and he was the one that came to them. But they also had a hit in the late '60s called "Oh Yes, I Wonder
What she's doing
tonight."
Oh no, it is a nearly perfect pop song. I put it up there with some of the Smokey Robinson. Okay, here's pop music.
Yeah.
For me personally, Smokey Robinson
Yes.
and or the Miracles. But you're kidding me. They wrote perfect. So
Yes.
this perfect. You can't. It's perfect. The formula is. You couldn't make it any better.
Yeah.
But these guys, what she's doing tonight is right there.
Yeah.
It is almost just a
And
perfect song.
we were talking about this before you got here, Jeff, but there was a book that was written about these guys, and the title of the book, a coined phrase, which I thought was just perfect for this kind of music, psychedelic bubblegum.
Yes.
which was just like, yes, that's
Totally.
exactly what it is.
It was happy stuff.
Psychedelic, poppy,
Yeah.
fun stuff, but it was that 60s.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
These guys appeared on Bewitched.
Wearing ascots and shit.
Totally.
I Dream a Genie.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
All this stuff. They also wrote,
Oh,
I don't know if you
man.
knew this, Mike, they wrote Jay and the Americans song, Come a Little Bit Closer, You're My
Jeez, that's a
Kinda
good song,
Man.
too. I really like
So
Jay and the Americans a
good.
lot,
I do, too.
actually.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite
Yeah.
songs. But yes, just the other thing they did and I found was really cool. They wrote a song called LUV, Love. And it was to support lowering the voting age from 21 to 18 because they were looking at the young people that were protesting and all these young people that were going to Vietnam that had no say in their government.
Yeah.
At 18 years old, you can send me off to Vietnam to die,
Yeah.
but I don't have the ability
Yeah.
to vote.
Right.
So they produced that song and put it out.
Trying to deny people voting is weird to me.
It's really
that's
weird.
That's what they call small dick energy.
Yes.
It's weird.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dude also wrote the theme song for the soap opera Days of Our Lives.
Oh, man.
And he wrote songs for the movie Tender Mercies. Remember the Robert Duvall
yeah,
movie in
yeah.
the 80s where he was like an aging country
Is that
star?
Deborah Winger?
I think it is
I
Deborah
think it
Winger.
is Deborah.
I like me some Deborah
Yeah.
Winger.
Oh, man. That is hit after
But
hit,
just
dude.
yes, him and his band, the Candy Store Prophet, the two guys, and then their band, the Candy Store Prophets. They were kind of the ones that wrote a lot of their, played a lot of those songs for the Monkees and stuff. But then after the Monkees ended, these two guys, Hart and Boyce, sort of recruited Davies. What was the singer?
David Jones?
Davy Jones.
Yeah.
And I think Mike Nesmith, and they recorded an album and went on tour, the four of them together as some
Jeez.
kind of band.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
kind of a
Yeah,
fun
Nesmith is
little
a
thing.
musician.
I think he's a
Yeah,
real
yeah, yeah.
musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
didn't
don't know
his
if he might have
mom
passed.
invent like Whiteout or something?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Nesmith's mom
I really don't know.
was like the inventor of Whiteout
That's cool.
or something, just
Yeah.
massively wealthy from.
Sure. I used a lot of that stuff.
I did too. Remember
Yeah.
the little brush?
Yeah. Oh, that's what it was for.
And that's so you could
Yeah.
copy it, right? Because that would work in a Xerox
No,
machine.
I mean-
So you could write over the top of
You
it.
just write over the
Oh,
top.
okay.
Or
Yeah.
a typewriter,
Yeah.
you could just
Oh,
do it.
yeah,
in the
yeah,
typewriter.
yeah.
Yeah. A lot of
I
my
forgot about
high school
typewriters.
essays.
Or you
had
could,
that.
Yeah.
It just dried out.
I don't know what.
Mrs. Clark, Mrs.
Yeah.
Clark. Do you
It
have any
keeps
more
drying out.
water?
So rest in peace to him, man. Just a prolific soundtrack
Yeah.
Yeah.
to all of our lives and before our lives.
Yeah.
But those songs just have been with me forever.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what a
geez,
life.
anybody watch the Monkees recently? I remember seeing it as a kid on like Channel 11.
yeah,
But I have
Yeah,
not
not
revisited.
really.
Hey,
since,
we're the
yeah.
monkeys.
I think there's
It was
one
just silly and fun,
Yeah.
right? If I remember
monkey
right.
left, right? Mickey Dolenz, I think, is the
Oh,
last
good call.
one remaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of like wasn't the Monkees just like a spin-off of something that like the Beatles would do?
I like it, not Sergeant Pepper. What's the
Their cartoon.
where they're running down the street kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
Hard Day's Night.
Yeah, Hard Day's
Hard Day's Night, right.
That's basically what they told him. We're trying to make an American
Yeah.
version of Hard Day's Night, just have this behind the scenes of this fictional band.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're
And
not the
then they-
Beatles, we're the Seedles. We're so sorry, Uncle Philip.
Uncle Mikey.
Marjorie Rigby.
Like you bought the Beatles from Timu. Oh,
I'm
man.
the gopher. Cuckoo, cuckoo. I'm the manatee. Oh, so bad. Rest in peace, sir,
Yeah.
Bobby Hart. Also, rest in peace, man, Robert Redford.
Yeah. Speaking of
89
yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Geez, yeah, what's your favorite Redford? Man, there's a
Out of
bunch.
Sundance.
Out of
kid.
that, out of Africa,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then the Natural is
Yeah.
probably mine.
The Natural's incredible. Saw it in theaters. I think as a family, at least with my mom for sure.
Yeah.
I
It was
just
a
really
cool
got
movie.
I got impacted by that one pretty significantly because I was kind of a visual person. I just really saw things in pictures, and so that scene where he one where he hits the cover off the ball, kind of mid movie, and then later on when he actually hits the home run that blows up all the lights.
So good.
It's so good.
I mean, it's right there.
It's like
right
that
there.
Sam
Did he direct
Peckinpah.
that?
I don't know if he directed that.
I
or
think
not.
so.
Maybe.
I think he might
Yeah,
have.
it's an excellent film. That's 82, 81, something?
Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So I was pretty young. I
Yeah.
was 12 maybe or something like that.
Yeah.
Fantastic baseball movie. And then we
It
talked
really
about
was.
him last week or the week before. Joe Don Baker played Babe Ruth in that.
Oh, yeah.
Where he
okay.
strikes out Babe Ruth at the
Yes.
train station.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. He's in competition with him, and like there's this new kid on the block, and
Yeah,
here's
yeah.
Roy Hobbs, and
Yeah.
I got you.
The man who struck out Babe
Yeah.
Ruth. Or whatever.
Interesting storyline in the whole Natural was the boy that in the beginning there was this little boy, like a little chubby kid, and he saw Roy Hobbs's bat. It was in a case, and he saw it. He goes, "Hey, would you help me build a bat one day?" He goes, "Kid, go down and get yourself a piece of wood at the lumber store, and I'll help you put one together." And then that's the bat that he used to hit,
That
because
huge
the
home
pitch
run,
before that busted his
lightning strike.
yeah.
Didn't lightning strike a tree or something and
Yeah.
made the bat?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's the whole thing, man.
It's a fairy tale,
Yeah.
but just really wonderful.
Jeez.
Yeah, beautiful.
I think I'd have to go Butch and Sundance, though.
Okay.
Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid, which is just him and Newman, and I'm a big fan of Paul Newman.
I'm
as
a big
well.
fan too. Yeah,
Just the two of them together, the banter that they had,
Absolutely.
yeah.
it's just great.
they were like brothers.
Yes, yeah,
Totally, like two guys that
Yeah.
known each other forever, and it's
Yeah.
like you didn't have to say much, but what you did say, meant a lot more than what you could actually read through,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of history between the two of them.
Yeah, I guess he had Robert Redford. He grew up, got into a little bit of trouble. He kind of joined some like street gangs and hot rodders and stuff like that.
Really?
But he was also a really good artist. So he went to art school, went to Europe for art school, kind of dropped out, came back, decided he would get into like set decoration because of his art
mats
stuff.
and such.
But then it was like
That's
seeing the
interesting.
actors like
$10
I
a
can do
day.
this.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
geez, I could be a Foley artist, right?
Yeah.
Or
So he went and joined Broadway. Went to Broadway. And
Really?
did a bunch of plays.
Did the
beforehand.
Electric Horseman?
yeah.
Barefoot in the Park was one of his big
I was the
ones on
back end of the
Broadway.
horse. Maybe people know that.
My face right up in his.
Centaur.
Oh man! But he was a pretty face. So a lot of casting directors like, he's just a Hollywood. He's a California boy with his light hair. He's too pretty
Fucking
for that role.
stud
and
is
stuff
what
like
he
that.
was.
Yeah.
And he had to really prove himself in the acting realm.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've had that same trouble.
he's too pretty.
Yeah.
Make him earn it.
But had a string of hits coming out of the 60s through the 70s,
Right.
and then started directing movies like we talked about, but moved to Utah, bought this property in Utah, and heard about this little film festival. And he ended up buying the film festival and renamed it Sundance, and really gave the opportunity to tons of independent filmmakers.
Yeah.
Because he wanted
In the U.S. for sure, kind of invented that whole thing. Yeah,
he
it's great.
wanted to tell stories, let filmmakers tell stories that wouldn't get made by the big studios.
Correct.
He wanted to help them. So
An
he had
avenue.
classes,
Yeah.
workshops, all kinds of stuff. And I guess in the early days, you could see this famous Robert Redford outside of like the movie theater in Park City, Utah, handing out flyers. Come check out the movies.
Promoting his own stuff.
Advocate
Yeah.
for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks to the Sundance Kid.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's so good,
Yeah.
right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, what would be your
Well, I'm saying 3 Days of the Condor.
nice?
Because Max von Sydow, one of my all-time favorite actors, is the assassin.
Yeah.
That's after Robert Redford read something he wasn't supposed to read.
Oh no.
He's like a CIA analyst.
I don't think I saw that one.
It's a cool movie, and Max von Sydow is cold.
Ah.
He's a great villain,
Yes.
and Redford does a great job.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So many interesting and different movies that he's done over there. I mean, he was in
Is
the
he in
Marvel
Funny
universe.
Face or whatever? Yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Green Lantern?
No, General or something, right?
He was the head of
Shield.
of
Yeah.
Shield, but then
Yeah.
he ended up being a
Yes. He was
Hydra
a
guy. He was Hydra.
He was Hydra the whole fucking time.
Yes.
So bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to play a villain finally.
yeah.
Has he ever played a villain in anything else?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
No, but where you the movie with Barbara Streisand?
Isn't that Funny
Out of
Face or
Africa.
something, or-
Funny Face.
No,
It's,
that's Street.
No,
That's
right.
right.
That's
It's Streisand is in the background
That's right.
somewhere.
See, Barefoot in the Park was Jane Fonda.
Oh, man. Good call.
And then the one with Streisand, she played like this, like
Yentl?
no,
But also, yes.
Yes.
Just not in this particular, which was a big hit.
It
Believe it or
was.
not.
really a
It
big hit.
was.
Wow.
I saw that in the theaters.
Did you? Oh, man. I read it in Mad Magazine as far as I got.
No, the one that she was with Barbara Streisand. I know the storyline. Like he comes back from World War II, goes to college, meets her. They kind of have a love affair, but he's a waspy guy. She's a Jewish,
Well, I mean,
like anti, you know.
No lie detected.
She's like participating in like the communist movement, you know, just going to the meetings and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Was that Reds?
No,
Oh, okay.
I thought that was with.
Jeez, yeah, I forgot all about
That's
that.
with
Is that
the
Nick
Gerbil
Nolte?
guy.
Oh, who's the? Oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
I don't remember what your name is. But then they get married, and he's kind of like a straight lace, just wants to get along, and she's like got this background. He goes to Hollywood to write for Hollywood, and then the whole McCarthy
stuff,
bullshit shows up.
Oh, man.
So they end up getting divorced. The Way We Were. Is that what it is?
Oh, that's it. I think
That's it,
so.
The Way
yeah,
We
yeah.
Were. Yeah. And it's probably been like 35 years since I've seen
Oh,
that.
man.
And what did you like about that one? What was the part
Well, Barbara
that?
Streisand.
Yeah.
No, but as
It's
far as
35 years ago. I don't remember.
about Redford,
Redford's just cool. He's not
He's
as
cool.
cool to me as Paul Newman or Steve McQueen.
Well,
but
sure, just like
he's
cool.
up there.
Yeah. He seems like a professor that you wouldn't be pissed you got stuck with.
Right, yeah,
on a
yeah,
road trip or something.
Yeah.
You'd be cool with it. You know what I mean?
But
But
just staring because.
but like Steve McQueen, that's you're like, ooh,
That
I
guy's
want to go on a
cool.
road trip with Steve
Yeah,
McQueen.
yeah. I want to be on
Yeah,
the back
yeah,
of his
yeah.
motorcycle.
Oh fuck, man, what a guy! But yeah. But he and Newman, I think we're lifelong friends, and
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, Newman's a cool guy.
Yeah,
Cool guy
but
and
yeah,
like-
I need to revisit Butch Cassidy and
favorite,
Sundance
yeah.
Kid, right?
It's just
been a
funny.
minute. It's great, yeah.
Yeah, and Kate
Yeah.
Capshaw, was that
Oh man,
the love interest in that?
huh?
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, jeez.
Kate Capshaw.
Yeah.
well, Robert Redford to me was just this iconic dude that had so much charisma and so much
Yes.
on-screen character. That's his presence,
Yeah.
right? He may not have been as dynamic as Newman and that sort of thing, but he like as much of an action star or something like that.
Yeah.
But as far as an actor that played a person with excessive confidence,
Yes, and filled that screen.
filled it.
Yes.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
close-ups were well done. Along
Yeah.
Newman was a little bit sharper looking dude, but Redford held his own.
Yeah, guy did fine. Oh yeah.
He didn't have
Yeah.
to really say anything. I mean,
No.
you've seen the
Yeah,
meme
no.
where he's playing. Was it the Grizzly Adams character? What is he playing? Can't remember the movie,
Yeah,
but there's
yeah,
a meme where he's
Yeah.
smiling and the
Yeah.
thing just keeps.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, no, he's a real dude.
Coming in him, right? 'Cause
And
he's
what's
just
the one
like
where
some-
he's just on the boat and he's like,
yeah,
that one.
indecent proposal. Indecent proposal.
Indecent porpoise. Yeah, but it's just like a dude on the sea, and it's him on a sailboat. It's dangerous. It's cool. It's him conquering the sea. So it's barely any dialogue.
Okay.
It's just him doing the fucking thing, and he does a great job.
Yeah.
It's a difficult role.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he pulls it off really well.
Did he have any
Yeah.
sort of like Wilson? like a volleyball.
No, Wilson, no.
No, okay.
Yeah, just
He's alone at
gourd of
sea.
some kind. Yeah.
I am the porpoise. Oh man! So rest in peace. 89 years old. I guess he. Another sort of interesting story. He goes to Utah and he buys a property, builds a house, and does this stuff. He starts buying up property, and then at some point, this energy company comes in and they want to mine and they want to build some kind of power plant. It's like a coal plant or it's some coal mine or something like that, and he starts fighting against it. He's like, hey, this is not a good idea. Look at this beautiful countryside. Well, people around town are like, it's bringing jobs, bro. We want jobs.
Right, money.
And they're looking at him like some Hollywood outsider, agitator that's coming in.
He's protecting the environment.
He managed to convince enough people to not have it happen.
Right.
And I think,
Yeah, and it's
now
always
it's
funny.
like-
The guy protecting it is the outsider.
Is the outsider,
But the
yeah.
outside coal company, that's the good guy.
That's
Yeah.
a good
The
guy.
extractionist. Yeah. They don't have a track record of anything bad, so
Yeah.
it's Hollywood that did it.
Jeez.
Yeah, he seemed like a decent person.
I would, I don't know much else. He had a couple of sons that passed away before him,
Bummer.
but he's also got a couple of daughters. One died real young, one died later
Jeez,
on.
bummer.
How old was Redford?
89.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I guess last year he had a house outside of San Francisco and he sold that house last year because it's like, man, we're spending too much time. His wife is like a artist and an art director for a gallery that she runs in New Mexico. So like, we're just not spending any time in San Francisco anymore. So they sold that. To
They've got a place. They got like 212 acres or something in Santa Fe, I think.
Oh, that's nice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is beautiful. Santa Fe is gorgeous.
Oh yeah. I like that area.
Went to a wedding there one time, and it was just extraordinarily beautiful. For the type of landscape it is. I mean, we're from the Pacific Northwest where there's lots of trees.
It's green.
Yeah, it's green, exactly, or water and all that sort of thing. But this is just a different type of beauty. And there's under the skin of the land is some valuable shit. So
Yes.
way to go, Robert Redford, for saving us from those evil doers.
Yes, whatever they were.
He's just burning 212 acres of tires.
Yeah.
Imported every tire in North America.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need more lighter fluid.
And then hired Tom Selleck to pump somebody else's water to try to put it out forever.
Oh my God.
No, he did no such
Allegedly.
thing.
Sorry.
Allegedly. Oh my God, boys, you want to talk a little rock and roll, urban myths and legends?
Sure.
Nice. Boys, you've heard of the 27 Club, right?
Oh, yeah. They started that after the 26 Club.
Well,
I
the
remember.
27 Club is somebody went through and noticed that a lot of especially rock and roll musicians have died at the age of 27. So it's a pretty long list.
Wow.
Did that start with Robert
folks.
Johnson or something?
Yeah, Robert Johnson, they found others before him, like artists and stuff, but Robert Johnson was sort of the main one at 27 years old. But then you've got Janis, Jimmy, and Jim Morrison all died at 27.
Right.
Later on, you've got Kurt Cobain, you've got Mia Zapata, you've got
they're not dying of natural causes.
Rob Pigpen from Grateful Dead, the keyboardist, died at 27.
How about Lane Staley? Did he die at 27?
I don't know.
I
bet he
don't
was
think
pretty
he
close.
did because I don't think he's on the list. But Brian Jones from the Stones was on the list. So just people were noticing that 27. It's like the numerology. It's a number, man.
Right.
It's 27 Club. So there is something called the 27 Club, and they look for folks that died there. But when you do the actual look into it, it's like these people sort of live some kind of risky lifestyle.
yes,
So,
right.
so in 27,
I'm sure there's a lot more
Yeah.
people that have died at 36 and 28.
Yeah,
and,
Especially active heroin users. You know what I mean? It's like it taxes your body, bro.
Well, but I mean, as far as superstitions go, you would probably want to just hide under a rock or go on hiatus for a year in your 26th year and 27th year, maybe.
Yeah.
Just
Go.
That's why
just
I chose
disappear.
not to be famous.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It'll find you.
Yeah.
It's like the what's the move? The
Final
whatever,
destination or whatever.
Death will find you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been refuted by scientific research and statistics. It just, it says it's really just somebody glommed onto it.
Okay.
I think the three biggest was the Jimmy, Janice, and Jim
was that all
Morrison.
within like a year?
Like a year and a half.
And just
something
like we
that.
think about Martin Luther King Jr., Bobby Kennedy, and who was the third in that? Like, you know what I mean? Just groupings.
Yeah.
Because I think we also
But
looked at
JFK,
groupings.
RFK, and then MLK, although JFK was 63.
Right, that
and
was a little
RFK
gap
was
there.
But 68, I think there's one more.
It's like 5 years.
68 was Martin Luther King and Bobby Kennedy.
Bobby,
Oh,
Malcolm X.
Oh, geez.
right.
Yeah.
Because that would have been within a year or two.
Same time period.
Not a good way to work through problems in society. People
Yeah.
knock it off. Knock it off.
There's also this legend.
Yeah, we haven't even tried conversations for the most part. Real, honest conversations to work through problems. Kinda, half-assedly, once in a while when we think we get something out of it.
Right.
But to break ego enough to really, really, really have dialogue to where you can be wrong in your position.
Yeah.
Right?
And be okay with that instead
And be
of
okay
being
with that and see
deported.
that as a improvement in your mind. Right? Not through trickery, through wisdom.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Let's promote that shit.
Oh, man. I'm just going to sit here and pee my pants for a minute.
Do you need to borrow one of my diapers?
Oh, man.
It's also been suggested that folks that have died, musicians that have died, have also been carrying a white Bic disposable lighter.
Fuck me.
And that was
I don't
like
know.
this big thing. It's like, and I think this was like a article in a cannabis smoking magazine at one point. I don't know which one, but sometime maybe in the 90s or something. Somebody had this idea that, oh yeah, the autopsy showed that part of their possessions was a white Bic lighter, and Kurt Cobain had a white Bic lighter near his body and stuff like that. Well,
Yeah, I'm waiting
it's been debunked because Bic lighters didn't even start selling disposable lighters until after, or white ones until after Morrison and Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin had
for
all
sure.
died.
Oh, yeah.
The lighters found near Cobain weren't white; they were a different color.
And he was a cigarette smoker. You know what I mean? I bet in his house, I've got 30 lighters in my house.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's probably a white one somewhere. So it's been sort of debunked, but yeah, it's not.
That's an
not
odd
true.
one. But that shows people looking for patterns.
Yeah, and that's
Right,
weird too because we talk about like was it Mikey that no, it was the kid from Eight Is Enough? Didn't he die of pop rocks and coke or something?
Just like urban legend stuff.
Legend stuff like that.
Yeah, just
so.
to sell more
Yeah.
pop rocks.
Yeah, because
Eight is enough.
all these. Was it Eight Is Enough? Or
I
was
don't
it,
know, but it's perfect. I hope
Mikey
it
likes it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I
Oh,
can't
you mean
remember.
the Mikey Likes It guy
The
from
Life
Live Cereal
Cereal,
guy?
yeah.
Died from Pop Rocks.
Died from pop rocks and coke.
Oh,
One of those
I love
two.
it. I love it.
Oh my God! Here was a big hoax that came out with the. Speaking of, I Am the Walrus. People said that Paul McCartney had died in a car crash.
Yeah, right.
Did
And
you
then
ever hear this?
on Abbey Road? It's not him because
It's not him.
Yeah,
because
his steps are different. It's
Yes.
like yes, which just goes to show anything's a conspiracy if you look in a certain way.
And on Sergeant Pepper's, there's like a flower arrangement that spells out Paul is dead or something like that right in front of his,
No.
or it's like a cutout and then the flowers spell out dead or something like that right in front of him.
Like, has anybody asked the Beatles about that?
Oh yeah, they said it's
It's just made up, right?
Yeah. But he was replaced
What's
with
Paul
a
gonna say?
doppelganger, right? Yeah, kind of a thing.
Oh yeah.
So either in late
It was a
66 or
one-legged
early
woman.
67,
Just like it's the one-armed man.
she
except
took,
in this case,
took half his money, I guess.
Oh my God.
Replace him with a look-alike. Yeah, Abbey Road. I don't remember what on Abbey Road was. It just
Because he's his other, like, if all of their left legs are ahead,
his
right leg
was
or
ahead.
or vice versa, whatever it
Yeah.
happens to be. Yeah.
Something just
Something
off
like
of
that, and there's something with the hands, and because you can find it if you look for it.
Yeah,
like I can look
yeah.
at a cloud and see a
You see-
dragon or a twerking butt.
Yeah, because
You
we
know what I
always
mean? It
have
all
to find
depends on-
patterns and
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
We all know what
Because
Mike's
we-
looking for.
Yeah, well,
Lululemons.
I lie. Yes, because we thirst for
Lululemons.
knowledge, stability, and pattern, right? Because that brings order to
Yes,
a world in
to
which
our
we are
little
finite beings.
pea brains,
Yes,
yeah.
that's all that. I mean, it's
And
easy.
we're not wrong either.
And
I
we're
mean,
not wrong. It's
No.
okay.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's when we try to think that there's
somebody else is
And we
right
try to-
or wrong.
Yeah.
yes,
Right. That's the
when
problem.
it spins out, dude.
Right. That's that righteousness, right? I mean, righteousness is a really dangerous place to be. Like, oh, you should be doing this. That's where the Karens of the world, I think,
Yeah.
come from.
Yeah.
Because they've been taught that this is the right way to do it, and there's no other way to do it.
Yeah.
And then peace and diplomacy are not taught in any way, shape, or form unless you have great parents that can show that. Empathy and understanding about the world around
Show
you.
the value in that. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, and remind
Yeah.
us of the value of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah, because what were you doing? What did the Kevin Smith quote? That was the
I believe in having a good idea
Yeah.
instead of having a belief, because a belief is harder to change. An
Yes.
idea you
Yeah.
can change
yes,
easily,
yeah,
but a belief gets so ingrained that it's so hard to
Yeah.
change
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you get biased towards that because there's so many things that you've tried to support it with,
Yeah.
and grow your belief in that knowledge.
Yeah.
and it's
then
not
you throw
always
up
true.
a fence around it, right?
Yeah.
You throw up a
because it's a
fortress
belief,
of
and now
barbed
it's got
wire.
a certain preciousness as opposed to just
Yes.
value.
Yeah.
And beliefs are
right.
different than a knowing, right? A
Yes,
belief is
yeah.
almost like I believe in God, but have you seen God type of a thing?
Yeah.
But knowing something, I know that is Charles right there. I know that is Mike Moskowitz
Well,
right there.
I actually died in the car crash in
Yeah.
1967.
This is the yeah.
Yeah.
Doppelganger.
I'm
Right.
Cheryl
Yeah.
from Earth 722.
I am the dolphin who cuckoo.
Cuckoo.
I can't do it. One of Jeff's favorite songs, "In the Air Tonight." Everybody loves that drum fill. Phil Collins song.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly, he wrote it after watching a person drown. That he was up on like the balcony, he was on vacation, and he's looking down. He sees this person just drowning, he's going down. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's
Blah, 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 blah.
awful.
And that's what the song is about. Well, it's not.
It's not. No.
But that was the rumor that went around persistently.
Weren't there a few of them that went around for that thing? I think there were several that went around.
Probably.
Yeah.
I remember this one.
I just happened
He's
to.
like, yeah, he's watched a man die in Bangkok.
Yeah. And he's just like this. Yeah. Like he sees her. That song's huge, though.
Yeah. So there's been increasing embellishments and variations on that over the years.
He watched Paul McCartney die. He didn't say anything.
But he said at a concert, or he said later on that I wrote the lyrics spontaneously. I'm not quite sure exactly what the song is about, but he was going through a divorce at the time, and there was a lot of anger and despair, and it just came out of him. A lot of frustration that just popped out of him, and then.
And the song could just be a song, man. Yeah.
And it was a very cool scene in Miami Vice when they're
Oh, I don't
cruising
know.
on that boat, and when that drum fill comes on, Crockett just punches it, and
Yeah,
it's
nice.
pretty cool.
Yeah, just I'm gonna get back to my headphones, but I just wanted to tell you, I was coming back from whatchamacallit, the Puyallup Fair, and I was with Janelle and her two kids and her ex-husband, we all went. Yeah, it was pretty
That's
great.
great.
She had kids.
Dude,
Yeah.
Puyallup.
Yeah, exactly. And these kids had never really heard In the Air Tonight. They'd heard of it, but they hadn't. Liam and Archer, they hadn't like really heard
How old
it.
are these children?
Liam is 13.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Liam's 13 and Archer's 16.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Right.
Oh, yeah. No,
Good kids, really
Oh, yeah.
smart, just
Yep.
great kids. In fact, Archer needs to come on the show to give us a what for with regard to the language
Slang.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
We could have him and the monkey.
No cap.
Yeah, exactly. Let's
Yeah,
do
it'd be
it.
fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're coming back, and I've got a sound system in my car that rivals anything I've ever heard, and just fantastic. So it was unanimous. We were all going to watch it or listen to it. I queued it up, and we listened to that whole thing on 11. It was awesome. And John, Janelle's ex-husband, was in the back seat, and he was air guitaring and
Nice.
it was so great, and it's
Nice.
such an iconic thing. So shout out to John, Archer, Liam, and Janelle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. I'm
Any
glad
rides?
that
Going
they-
any rides or anything?
I did.
Nice.
I went on the Enterprise.
Oh, Enterprise is business.
Business, dude. I went on it twice. It's the one that you're in a car and it sits on an arm and it swings back and forth like this, right? And then it's on a round thing on a lever,
Yeah.
right? Like
So it
this.
goes super
this
fast, and then
thing
you go
spins
perpendicular.
around like
Yeah.
this,
Oh, shit.
and the thing
Yeah.
goes all of a sudden all the way upside
That's
down.
insane.
Great G-forces
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a great way to cuddle with your lady.
Nice.
man.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Or somebody.
And nobody
You
blames
got to
when
be
you
cuddling.
That's
Yeah.
right. Pants and
Yeah,
stuff.
and then also on the roller coaster.
Nice.
That
The
would-
California roller coaster is great.
It's great.
Yeah.
I got the front seat.
Nice.
It was great.
Yeah, and it's wood. It's a cool old
It's-
wooden. It is. It's
Yeah.
neat. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of history with
I've
that.
been going on that thing since I was goo goo gaga.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's great, man. And for the longest time, that was the biggest that I'd ever been on.
Sure.
Right? That was my, the scale.
Yeah.
At the Puyallup Fair. That wood was, nailed together once.
Yeah.
What's a square nail pick in 19?
Did they dismantle that, or is that up full time?
that's full time.
I think
That's
it's
full
been there since
yeah.
19.
They put a blue tarp on
was
that
gonna
motherfucker.
Yeah. No, they
Keep
don't.
it classy, Puyallup.
We do a lot of work.
They don't,
down
guys.
there
It's
for
OSHA
them.
approved.
We do a lot of work down there, foam stuff for
Oh,
the
sure.
for the fairgrounds and stuff. And I've been down there for a couple of years, but when I went down and kind of walked around, I don't remember seeing it. But
Yeah. Highly recommend the coaster. The coaster's amazing. So, speaking of Phil Collins,
yeah. Speaking of Robert Johnson, we talked about him
yeah.
a little earlier. He had a reputation in his Mississippi hometown that he wasn't a really good guitarist. Blues man, but didn't really have it. So he disappeared for a few months and came back with a new technique that blew everybody away. And he
What
really
was that?
was the influence for all the rock and roll guys, all the Stones,
Oh, yeah.
the Zeppelins, the Pages, everybody, Clapton's. They looked at Robert Johnson's early recordings, as well as Muddy Waters. And,
But he was first.
B.B.
He was
King
first
and
in
all
line
that.
for sure.
But he was definitely
100%.
first in line.
Because that was early, dude.
That was 20s.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I think I was like
But he's
29,
one of the guys that died at 27. 1938,
Oh,
he died
geez.
at 27.
Wow.
But they say that
Wow.
he went down to Clarksdale, Mississippi,
I've been there.
at the intersection of highways 61 and 49, and met with the devil and sold his soul to be able to play guitar, be the best blues guitarist ever.
him and Charlie Daniels.
No, man, Charlie Daniels won that goddamn gold
You
fiddle.
did. You
Gold
did.
fiddle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ever tell you that story about being at the Pioneer Square Saloon back in the early 90s? My claim to fame there, or my trademark, was Chris Roberts was the manager and I was a bartender there. And he would say, "All right, Lawrence, get up there." And I would get up at close to closing time, and I would air fiddle that song.
It's long. That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but I knew
Kicking
every
glasses
word.
and shit.
I was actually, yeah. It was
Nice.
fun. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Did they do the karaoke version? You had to sing along, or
No,
was it
dude, I
just
was
the
on
regular?
top of the bar at the Pioneer Square Saloon, with 200 people in the bar.
Just dancing
my
to your-
God.
Yeah, just like
Yeah, so
and people were
nice.
moving their stuff out of the way, and it was pretty great.
Nice. So, I mean, the truth is that so then he died under mysterious circumstances. The devil came and reclaimed him after he made a few recordings. And I've got his complete. He didn't make a lot of recordings.
But also, recording was terribly rare then as well.
Yeah,
Right?
So catch me up on this. What was the thing he did that nobody had done?
Just being able to do that new style of blues. I mean, he sort of reinvented that folk blues sound, which you hear in like all of
Zeppelin
Page and
and all that.
Plants.
Got it.
A lot of the
Yeah, the Traveling
Stones.
Riverside Blues.
Yes, that kind of
What a
stuff.
little ear.
Nice.
Like 12-bar stuff.
Yeah.
And he just kind of really was the first on the scene.
Yeah.
It was a game changer.
Yes.
For the better. Yeah.
Truth is that he was probably either poisoned
No,
by a girlfriend or he died of syphilis.
Oh, man.
1938 at the age of 27.
That's a
Damn.
drag.
Yeah.
He needed to eat some more blue cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that cure syphilis?
Well, it's got the mold in it. That's
It's worth a try.
penicillin.
Motherfucker, man.
Penicillin, baby.
That's rough. Yeah, no, the blues players not finding any penicillin in 1938.
38.
Yeah.
Not a black man in
I doubt
Mississippi. Yeah.
No.
Jeez. And then the rumor is that Led Zeppelin followed in his footsteps and went down and found the devil. This was hyped up because Page had sort of a fascination with Aleister Crowley.
Yeah, didn't he buy his castle or
Bought his
something?
castle, bought a bunch of his like old.
Yeah. So a high heating bill
Books
in
and-
that thing. Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
theory is that the
I think he got
members of
bored.
Led Zeppelin
Yeah.
went down.
What's that? Say that again.
That the members of Led Zeppelin went down, and that Page, Plant, and Bonham all went through with it, made their deal with the devil. That John Paul Jones actually last minute backed out, and that's why those three guys are known as like the
Super
best lead
famous,
man, the best
Oh,
lead
right.
guitarist,
And John
the
Paul
best
Jones is
drummer.
not.
And you don't really hear about
Yeah,
poor John
that's
Paul Jones, who is probably the best musician
Yes.
out of the group overall.
And Jimmy Page is excellent, but every other instrument that you're listening to is John Paul Jones.
Yeah.
Right? And,
Yeah.
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 So it's like, no, that
he
guy's
had
an incredible talent.
Page had the bow, but
Yeah.
that was about.
And Jimmy Page don't slouch. I'm not
Oh,
knocking
yeah,
him,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no. I mean, I don't know. How come Robert Plant stuck with the same wife and has like 13 kids? It's like, that was his like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be the biggest frontman of all. Yeah. And I hang out with my wife and kids. It's like, that's what he sold his soul for? It's like, man, come on, Robert. But God bless you,
72
lad.
versions
Yes.
or whatever.
Yeah.
So yes, that was the rumor, and it was like I said, it was only inflated by the Aleister Crowley kind of stuff, and then "Stairway to Heaven" was purported to contain a note to Satan when played backwards, which I've never heard it played backwards. We'll get to more of that backmasking stuff in a little bit, but interesting. But Led Zeppelin is never confirmed or denied.
Good for them. Oh, good for
Because
them.
it lends to their mythos, right?
Urban legend.
Yeah. How about this one? I wasn't a big Kiss fan growing
Were they
up.
the first stadium rock band, though? Like filling stadiums.
You're talking
I
about
guess the Beatles did.
Led Zeppelin?
The Beatles did.
Yeah,
I would
Beatles
think.
did. Yeah, it's Zeppelin. Because, right, they were filling
They was huge.
70,000
Yeah.
seats, right? No problem.
Sure.
All day.
Yeah. But maybe
Yeah,
the
but I'm wondering if
Beatles
the
were
Beatles
doing.
did too. Yeah, they did Shea Stadium when they were here. I don't know where else they played.
Did they
when
sing
were
"Hey,
here.
hey, we're the monkeys"?
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
I'm a tuna. I'm going to find the right balance. There's
No, I like the manatee one. That's got to find some.
Like I said, I wasn't a big Kiss fan, so I didn't follow a lot of the myths around Kiss.
Nation.
But did you guys hear that Gene Simmons had a cow tongue
Or
grafted?
a dog tongue is what I
was it a
heard.
dog
That's
tongue
what
he
I
had?
heard when I was a kid.
Cow tongue
Oh, yeah.
grafted to his own tongue so he could get that massive.
And anybody who What? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. That's a great urban legend, too.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. But it's just like, think about it for just 1 minute.
Yeah.
Just give it a minute.
There are people out there with some ginormous tongues, just some insanely large tongues.
Oh, man. Yeah. Kiss. Man, I bet Kiss love that, right? They're not,
Sure.
because yeah, Gene Simmons like, pay me $20, you can look at my tongue.
Totally. And some other shit.
You got to pay him first, though, dude. Not a chance. Gene Simmons is not giving away his carbon dioxide.
No.
He's charging
$25,
for
I'll
every.
sign it for you.
Businessman for sure. Yeah.
He gets $25 for just being in his presence.
Yeah. I will say I did see them a few years ago,
Nice.
and I hadn't seen them before that. But everybody had talked to me like since I was in high school or junior high, going to see him was just like blown away. Great show. Still, just a really fantastic show.
Was that
Nice.
Tacoma Dome here?
Coliseum.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. Yeah.
And he had the blood coming
No,
out and stuff.
it's
and,
theater. It's great.
and I mean, he's just like 75
I
years
know.
old,
With
and
the
he's standing
fucking
there.
platform she
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they did tour extensively, right? It's like
that farewell tour that lasted like 6 years or whatever.
They all do
almost.
it. Yeah.
I went do probably same tour. You might have got the second time around, but we went to the Tacoma Dome. One of that. They played like, I don't know, 6 or 8 of their big hits that I know. And then I kind of looked at the wife and said, "You good?"
Yeah. Let's beat traffic. Yeah.
I mean, it was
You've
a
seen 'em. You've
Dynamite
seen 'em
show, but
now.
now I've
Yeah.
seen them.
Yeah.
You know,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
time to head.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
interesting. Cow tongue, Gene Simmons.
Yeah, let's get him on the show.
This was huge, I think, growing up, guys, in the 80s. In the supermarket, you would see this, like the World News or the Inquirer, that Elvis Presley was
left the building.
Oh, yeah.
still alive.
Oh,
Remember
that one.
Oh, sure.
Just that he was like 70-something years old.
Yeah. Was working in New Mexico on Robert Redford's ranch.
Right.
He was working
Yeah,
as
he's a ranch head. And they get the Bigfoot look on him.
He's got the big giant belt.
Bat Boys hanging out.
Oh,
That
man.
was huge, though. It was every
Yeah.
time there was an Elvis sighting.
And what's the Joe Lansdale book, Bubba Hotep?
Yes.
Because Elvis is still alive.
Yeah.
And so is JFK.
Yeah.
So
What's
good.
the Bubba Hotem?
It's
Bubba Hotep. It's a book by Joe R. Lansdale, and I think a movie also.
They made the movie with the man, the myth, the legend lives in Oregon. Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
And
great.
Ozzy Davis, Academy
Yes.
and Tony Award winning
Yes.
actor.
And they're funny
Yeah,
as
Ozzy
hell.
Davis is
Yeah.
funny as hell.
Yeah. So, as proof, people pointed to a lookalike spotted in the Memphis airport on the day he died, and the misspelling of his middle name on his tombstone.
Oh, no.
I don't know. It's Elvis Aaron, right?
Yes.
So maybe they left the
Man,
second A out or something.
That would be awful.
Yeah.
Mistakes happen, though. They fucked up my brother's obituary in the paper.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mistakes do
You
happen.
can't take that back.
Yeah, I was really mad about that.
Elvis sightings, particularly in Kalamazoo, Michigan, became supermarket tabloid fodder throughout the 80s. And some even believe that he was an extra in the 1990 movie Home Alone. And I'm
So
like,
he's incognito as an extra, in a
movie. I mean, he'd been dead for 13 years at that point, right?
Okay.
77.
I don't know.
film.
I think it's 77.
I think it's 77.
I have
Yeah,
a
because it's when the
front
Sex
page
Pistol record
newspaper.
came out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what killed him.
Yeah.
I know it. I know it.
Oh, man.
I didn't hear about that.
So
Yeah,
I'm going to
he's-
have to go watch Home Alone and see if I can pick out Elvis somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the cardboard cutouts that's in the window.
It's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man. Here's a kind of a gross one, and this is but a funny story. The rock myth involving Rod Stewart. And
Oh,
you may
yeah.
have heard this one
The
where he
soccer
had to
team
have,
or whatever.
well, sailors is what I heard.
Oh.
But he had to have his stomach pumped because he took a bunch of sailors home with him and gave them all blowjobs.
That seems improbable.
And you think? And he ingested so much
Sperm?
a sailor juice.
Sailor, semen squared.
that he had to have his friggin' stomach pumped.
No, that stuff,
Which is
that
just
stuff's
crazy.
good for your hair.
Well,
It's good for your bones.
yeah, it's
That's
protein.
okay.
Say. That's what I tell Janelle.
He didn't never address this rumor until his 2012 autobiography, where he sort of not only denied the story but revealed its origin. It seems that Stewart was vacationing with his young son, and he brought along his publicist, a guy aptly named Tony Toon.
Huh.
And Tony Toon brought a man back to his hotel room that he was sharing with Stewart's son. And they did the business. So Toon was fired the next day, the publicist, and promptly went to the newspapers to report
talk shit
this
about-
story about Rod Stewart.
Jesus.
The stomach pumping is an act of revenge. With hindsight, Stewart was able to look back at the incident with bemused detachment and said, "Say what you like about Tony Toon, and God rest his soul, but he was good at his job."
For sure. Yeah, he
Yeah.
knew the he knew the people to contact. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was similar to the I was trying to say the Gerbil guy,
The Richard Gere.
the Richard Gere
Just weird shit.
story where
Yeah.
Richard Gere had to go to the hospital to get a gerbil removed.
Thank God
from
people
his
aren't
butt.
gullible today.
Yeah.
Thank God we're so more intellectually savvy that we don't get suckered by cockamamie.
Suckered by
I get that
bullshit story.
cockamamie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard that it was Sylvester Stallone that actually
Had the gerbil?
spread that gerbil because they made a movie together, and I don't remember the name of the movie. It was like Lords of Flatbush or something.
No.
And Richard Gere was eating like a hot dog, and it was just messy as shit. And they were in the back of a car, and they're getting ready to film a scene. And Stallone's like, "You better not get any of that shit on me, right?" And Gere's like, just dismissive of it, bit into the hot dog, and fucking hot dog juice and mustard went all over Stallone's pants, and he got pissed.
Yeah.
And he started spreading this rumor.
Hey, how about a gerbil? Hit his ass.
Yeah. No, what actually happened was Stallone said, "You got to go home and stick a gerbil up your ass," and that's actually, it was a true story. It really was.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
No, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But I've also talked to e-room nurses who say people, mostly men, put weird foreign objects in their butts.
Yeah, light bulbs.
Light bulbs. I was
What
just
the
gonna-
fuck?
What are you
That's
doing?
not a fucking begging for surgery. That's just asking for surgery. Can I have some surgery?
Yes.
Can I have some emergency rectal surgery?
Did you
Might as
say
well just cut a
asking
finger
for surgery?
Man,
Yeah.
people, okay, stop me if you've heard this one before, but we're bananas.
Yeah.
We're bananas. We're fucking bananas.
Nuts, man.
Yeah.
Humans are not because I always say, if there's something on this earth, I don't care what it is.
People
right?
Yeah.
Somebody's tried to fuck it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Sea urchin.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Somebody somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what?
Can you fuck it?
I am the sea urchin. Cuckoo. Oh my God! You guys don't remember this in the 70s and 80s? The backmasking subliminal messages when you in the records and stuff like that.
Late 70s and 80s. Yeah, Satanic Panic
It's a
again.
satanic panic. The range from a pro marijuana declaration Queen's song, Another One Bites the Dust.
Yeah, I remember that one.
To a clue about
Marijuana.
Paul McCartney's supposed death in Revolution 9. If you play Revolution 9 backwards, Paul is dead. Paul is dead. Paul,
Jeez.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Many religious leaders thought artists were using backward masking in Stairway to Heaven, the Eagles Hotel California, ELO's Can't Get You Out of My Head, and of course Judas Priest, Better by You, Better Than Me, Better by You, Better Than Me. That was the one that they sued Judas Priest over because it had a back message of do it, that those kids listened to that committed suicide. They had a suicide pact. And then they decided to sue Judas Priest because they're saying that music made them do it.
Yeah, made them do it. But positive music didn't make them not do it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Just like seeing a drag queen's going to turn me gay, but watching somebody twerk won't make me straight.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There was a funny, not really a meme, but somebody posted something about how listening to Little Nas's, what was that song, the Country Road
Country
or
Road, yeah.
whatever it was that he did with made my kid gay, so I made them listen to Wet Ass Pussy.
And made them straight again?
Well, made them bisexual. Now they're bisexual.
And Shapiro's like, what does this mean? What is intercourse?
I don't understand.
And why do you make it seem like it should be fun?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So all the evidence that people have done, and they've gone back and listened to this, it's all, again, finding those patterns, right?
Yeah.
Finding
And if you
stuff.
see your kids are sad, or I don't know, or your parents,
Yeah.
and they're sad and getting desperate, make them talk about it.
Yes.
Really ask them deeply to talk about it, right? And at least to get some understanding what's going on,
Right.
And then they'll know somebody cares,
Yeah.
or at least if you're listening, you don't even have to really fucking care, right?
Sure.
But it's nice.
What's the song that they used that they played backwards with the Wizard of Oz?
It wasn't backwards. They say
Oh,
that
with
if you
it.
listen to
Dark Side of the Moon,
Side
right?
of the Moon, if you start Dark Side of the Moon at a certain point,
Yeah.
I think when the lion roars or when something happens in the
Right.
opening,
Right.
Wizard of Oz, that it follows the
syncs up,
storyline.
yeah.
It syncs with the storyline.
I've never done.
for a
Clyburn used to have the VHS cassette of that. Like somebody did
while.
it.
Somebody made it
Yeah.
that way, and
And,
you could see it.
Yeah, but we didn't see it.
Huh.
She.
I bet you it's on YouTube.
Yeah,
or
it's
something.
not satanic though. I mean, it's
No,
No, but just kind of a trip that they line up as well as they do.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
Yeah. So, more bullshit.
Subliminal.
Don't need to do that with the Wiz though. The Wiz is a complete film.
Ain't need none of that Pink Floyd.
Go Diana. Dirty Diana.
Boys, the rumor was that Charles Manson actually auditioned for the Monkees.
That's what I thought.
Because he was a aspiring musician back then, and he was trying to get anybody and everybody to listen to his stuff. Well, the truth is that he was actually here in the Seattle area. He was out at McNeil Island, which I have been at.
You've been to
It's a scary.
Yeah, he wasn't sent
place.
there. He was working.
I was worried. I was on a walkthrough. But old Manson was incarcerated there for, I think, check fraud or something. He did something.
Is that before he was taken?
Yes,
into
yeah, before he started his cult. So it would have lined up at the same time as the auditions were happening for the Monkees.
Okay.
But it's also true that he did befriend Brian Wilson and Terry Melcher, Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, and Terry Melcher was a longtime music producer and was trying to get those two to help get his music career launched.
Gotcha.
In fact, he went to where Tate was, Sharon Tate, because he thought Melcher lived there. He had gone there at one point.
Is that where it all went wrong?
That's where he murdered or had his folks, his people, murder Sharon Tate and all the people that were in the house,
Right.
because he associated that house with Terry Melcher.
Oh man.
So, yeah, he had gone there to run into him or drop a tape off or something at one point. But yeah, so he did. Yeah, he did have.
So
that.
he had the wrong address anyway. So he wasn't.
Well,
he had the
thought
right address,
he
but
had
the
right-
wrong
but
person lived
Melcher
there.
had moved out by
Oh,
then. And,
man.
Polanski.
That's
and
why you
Tate
lock
had-
your doors, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to give
Man.
yourself a 30-second.
Yeah, a little
head
extra
start.
time,
Yeah.
so you can make a secondary
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah, I guess the show was cast in September of 1965, and he wasn't released until March of 67.
Wow.
So there's no way that he would have been able to audition for the Monkees. Hey, we're the murderers.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's a fascinating bit of. I did not have any clue that was a part of the culture, and that's not debunked now. That's actually something that's true.
What's that?
This is true. This whole thing about because we were just going on about things that were urban legends.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is
no,
not an
he
urban
did
legend.
not.
It was not
a lot
a
of
deal,
people
yeah.
believe that he did. In
And
fact,
that's what turned him sour as he got denied to be on
yes,
the
to
Beatles.
be on the Monkees.
Yeah, just like Hitler was just looking for a Scrabble game. He just wanted to play some Scrabble. Everybody's a dick to him, so he fucking
It was
decided to
chess.
Pinochle,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah. It's always pinochle.
Boys, people thought that Harry Nilsson's apartment was cursed. It was a cursed apartment in the UK. I don't know if it was in London. Oh, yeah, Mayfair section of London, because not one, but two rock legends actually died in his apartment.
They were ODs, though, right?
No, first one was
yeah,
Cass
Mama
Elliott.
Cass, yeah.
Died of a heart
That's
attack.
right.
Not a ham sandwich or whatever.
It
that
wasn't
people
asphyxiation?
accuse. No, it was
Oh.
a heart attack is what she died of. Everybody said she died choking on a ham sandwich,
no, I
but that's a
thought she-
rumor.
yeah.
That happened on July
rude, then.
29th, 1974. And then 4 years later, September 6, 1978, Keith Moon had the overdose. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what you're
bummer.
thinking
Yeah.
of. At his apartment. He died accidental overdose of pills
Jeez.
in that apartment. And then Nilsson never stepped foot in that apartment again. But then weirdly, Pete Townsend bought it from the singer in 1980.
That's weird.
It's kind of strange.
And I remember seeing an interview with Nilsson where, like, he lost a couple weeks or a few days. It's like he would get blackout loaded.
Oh, geez.
Like, he'd just lose
Just
time.
gone.
Or just end up in a city somewhere like, what the fuck? How am I in Manchester or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Fuck did I
Just,
get?
yeah.
He was more of a, I mean, he had some hits and his records sold pretty well, but he was more of a musician, right?
Yes. That's
Like people, just musicians loved him and
and
he
respected
played a
his
lot
songwriting
with
melody.
Elton John
Yeah.
and stuff
And what's
like
the
that.
point? He does.
Yeah.
He wrote the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he was friends with Ringo and just friends with all those guys.
He's just,
right?
just part of the scene
Yeah,
kind of
right.
guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so not a cursed apartment. It's just bad fucking luck.
Yeah.
Two people using this part. It's like, don't loan your apartment.
Yeah, to a bunch of rock stars
Yeah.
who live
That's
dangerously.
that's the lifestyle, though, right? That's,
yeah.
it really
Although,
is.
yeah, and a heart
I mean,
attack can happen. Right?
Kind of
That's-
follows that 27 club, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you live a certain lifestyle where you're partying hardy all the time, and
It
you're
changes
doing
the probability,
Yeah,
right? I mean, we're all
yeah.
going when we're going.
and that
but-
would be about the age where you would hit. Like if you're a kid, late teens, starting out, you get a record contract. Maybe when you're 20, 21, you go on tour, you start getting all this fame. About 27 seems to be that right spot where you
Right.
made it.
yeah.
And
Getting
you've got-
older.
yeah, and you've got all the money in the world and all the fame.
Yeah,
and all
I
this.
got it. Yeah.
It's about the right age.
Yeah,
so-
and a bunch of Dr. Feelgood start coming by,
Yes,
right? Management's
yeah.
like, well, you got to tour another 180 shows this
Yes,
year.
we need you.
So here's some cross tops, and then to come down so you could sleep, here's some barbs, and then
Yeah.
and who knows about today,
Yeah.
right? It's like,
yeah.
oh my god! But hopefully it's just like here's some free range quinoa, and then and a colon cleanse. Hey, now get out there, slugger!
Hit the juice bar on the way out.
Yeah. I mean, it just really clears the mind.
Oh man! And then final myth in 2020, journalist Patrick Radden Keith launched a podcast to investigate whether or not the rumor that the CIA actually wrote "Winds of Change" for the band the Scorpions
Never heard that. Winds of change
as a part of
Oh, yeah.
Cold War propaganda.
Sure. Well,
Uh,
man, I don't know. It's a song. It's one of the Scorpions' great ballads.
It really
It
is.
is.
And that was kind of like their last major hit, right? Before like
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know.
grunge and all that kind of changed.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
alternative
Yeah.
music kind of changed.
I saw them with Queensryche at the Tacoma
Neat.
Dome.
Oh,
nice.
man.
Yeah, they were
Solid
It was
lineup.
great, and
Yeah.
Klaus is still belting it
Oh,
out.
yeah. No, that guy's incredible.
It was their
They're really-
50th
yeah.
anniversary.
Oh,
Is
come on.
one of
Yeah.
the Schenker brothers still in the band?
Hey, Rudolph. Yeah.
Yeah, still.
And Matthias Jobs. And,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. No, they're still solid.
Still the
Oh,
same
yeah.
I think
guys.
they're out touring right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. So speaking of Klaus, he denied the claim, saying that he composed the tune after noticing differences in Russia following tours in '88 and '89.
Yeah.
So he, went to these places down to Gorky Park
Dr. Corky Park.
and saw the change. The winds of change
The
were
winds of
happening
change
in
were
front of his
happening,
face.
Yeah.
But somebody
Yeah.
claimed that the CIA.
Oh, man. Let
that-
Klaus have his song.
I mean,
people.
it's a
Fuck.
song, dude.
And he's been writing songs
Yeah.
since '68 or
Yes,
something, dude.
yes.
Oh my God, those guys have
Yeah.
been fighting the good fight for a long time.
Yeah, let them be.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
They made it through all the hard
my
times.
God.
C.I.A. What song are they fucking writing, dude? These guys, Jesus. Are you
Something
kidding
by
me? Yeah.
Lee Greenwood or something.
Oh, honey. To push the sugar,
Archies.
yeah, so we could push back against Havana's sugar cane.
monopoly.
Yeah. We're using corn syrup here, motherfucker. Back off.
Oh my God! Somebody needed to fill that molasses flood.
Yeah, ever
shortage.
since the molasses catastrophe, the
my
molasses catastrophe.
Boys, here's some rumors that are true. Ozzy Osbourne really did bite the head off
No,
of a
he
bat.
did not.
He
What?
says that he actually did it. He saw a bat on the stage and he picked it up because he thought somebody had thrown a toy bat, like a rubber bat or a prop, onto the stage. So just to be funny, he picked it up, grabbed it, and just without thinking, just bit its friggin' head off.
And it's a real dead rabbit bat. You know what I mean? Yeah, fucking,
Right. The cat just dragged it on
open
stage.
mouth disease and shit.
This took place in January 20th, 1982. It was shortly before Randy Rhoads died.
Yeah, party.
But this was at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium in Des Moines, Iowa. It's now known as the Community Choice Credit Union Convention Center. Say that fast 5 times. CCCCUCC. On the Diary of a Madman tour. He explained the side of the story many times. He thought a fan had thrown a fake rubber bat. It wasn't until he chomped into the flying mammal that he realized it was real. He even says he felt the bat twitch in his mouth. As
no
he bit
way,
down on its
gnarly.
neck. I know, just so.
Gnarly.
And this is the guy that's like snorting urine off of.
Yeah. I bet he was loaded,
Snort
bro.
ants and
Yeah,
stuff.
snorting
Yeah.
ants and things.
Fucking
Taking it a little too
whatever.
far.
I don't give a shit.
The original
Man.
Spinal Tap guy.
Stick
Yeah.
it in my body.
Yeah,
Holy
right.
shit.
Hardcore, dude.
There was a rumor for a long time that Keith Richards snorted some of his dad's dead ashes
I have heard that.
because he just was putting shit up his nose.
Because
didn't
that's
matter
what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, he said in 2007 interview he did say that he did do it. He was asked the question, the strangest thing he ever snorted. And he said, I snorted my father. He was cremated and I couldn't resist grinding him up with a little bit of blow.
That's Keith.
He said, my dad wouldn't have cared. He didn't give a shit. It went down pretty well and I'm still alive.
Maybe
Forever.
that's the key.
Forever.
It's like, oh man.
And he's never gone back on that since 2007 when he admitted to it.
Huh.
He's never taken it
Those
back.
guys are
or
partying.
anything.
And remember, man, when you're super loaded, you're not thinking. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I bet that guy was on benders for months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Constant just.
like, oh yeah.
I've got some stories.
Yeah, I wasn't looking at anybody in the room. Oh man.
Oh, and this is a fascinating tale, and you can't prove it, but Debbie Harry swears it's true. She says she was nearly abducted in the 1970s, and she thinks it was by Ted Bundy.
Wow.
She says that she was hitchhiking, or she was hailing down a cab in New York City, which people have looked at, sort of traced Bundy's path.
Yeah.
And he would have been around there at that time. Said that she was trying to hail down a cab when this guy pulls up alongside her and says, hey, if you need a ride, hop in. I'll get you where you're going. And she was like, no, I don't. It's okay. It's, no. Come on. I'll get you where you're going. And she wasn't even in the band back then. She was just a hot
Just a
chick,
kid, yeah.
hanging out.
And a beauty, an amazing beauty.
So
Yeah.
the white car pulls up and the guy offers me a ride. So I just continued to try to flag down a cab, but he was very persistent and he asked where I was going and it was only a couple blocks away. He said, well, I'll give you a ride. She got in the car and it was summertime and the windows were all rolled up except for about 1.5 inches at the top. And so she automatically reached down to roll down the window, no door handle, no window crank.
Not cool, dude.
And she's like,
Yeah.
what the hell did I get myself into? So she says she got nervous, managed to get her arm out of the car and grab the handle on the outside, pop open the door, and just kicked her ass right out. She just jumped.
Jesus.
Hit the street.
What a terrifying experience that must have been.
But she says that as soon as he saw her reaching out, he like took a corner really quick, like he was trying to get somewhere.
Oh yeah, no, he was
undercover or whatever.
No, he was going for it.
So maybe it wasn't Ted Bundy. Maybe it was some other psycho fuck.
Was it a VW Bug?
That's what he was known for, right?
Right, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just fascinating.
You know, back in the 70s, he was I lived in Burien down by 128th and Ambom, and he supposedly went to a place called The Flame, which was a tavern right there, which is still there, just not called The Flame anymore, right in the corner across from...
Is it like a gay bar?
No, it wasn't, but they did have mud wrestling in there.
Sweet.
Yeah, my dad used to go to that.
Never been to a mud wrestling.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Yeah, with Ron Tecker, the next door neighbor, they'd go down, and that's the Tecker is the guy that had the C4. That was that story, right? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And so my dad would go down there with, So anyway, supposedly Bundy took somebody from The Flame, out of that spot. So,
jeez,
yeah, right down the street. So during that time, my sister, who was a blonde, and Bundy was notably more after brunettes, I guess. The neighbors, the Wiley sisters, were both brunettes, and so they were like really worried about that. And then of course it's by schools and shit like that. Terrible. That guy was a fucking maniac.
What the fuck? Psychopath, dude. But super charming, evidently.
I just cannot fathom not having any empathy for anything.
I think
in your
that's
body.
a special kind of brain, dude.
It really is.
Yeah, not in the good way.
Not in the good way.
Or maybe it can be if pushed to the good, right? Because maybe that allows somebody to do cadavers or something. If you need an ME or something, you can't have empathy.
You're stretching, man.
I suppose so. And I'm not trying to humanize Ted fucking fuck off Bundy.
No,
Don't
I know
get me
you're
wrong.
not. No.
Yeah, murder, especially the murder of, you know what I mean? Like on a battlefield where dude's running at you with a battle axe and you running at them with a battle axe.
Yes.
That's different, bro.
You have to do
it is.
Well,
preying upon people who are weaker than yourself is evil.
Isn't that the diary of the CEO, though? Isn't the CEOs of major corporations all just big psychopaths?
Smash it down.
Yeah.
Consume.
Yeah.
I tend to agree.
I think
It's a similar mindset and deep philosophy.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's just a small difference between psychopathy and sanity. I mean, really, there is.
Sure. And one is beneficial to the species and the other isn't necessarily. Right? That's what I say.
And some would argue that to advance the species, you need to have the psychopathy to
maybe
to make
only
the hard
against
decisions.
the cave bears, but not against our own kind.
No.
I think
I'm not
that's
supporting that
perversion.
either. But.
You're not the only person who ever said that. Though.
Right.
So
I didn't say.
You didn't say that.
I've never said anything originally anyway. Right? I'm just repeating.
Jeff wants to murder everyone. Through film at 11.
Make that a highlight reel.
It's like if anybody, I'm like, Ra's al Ghul had some fine points.
He's really good at kung fu.
Yeah. He's a Batman villain. Batman.
They do say I'm pretty charming.
Yeah. But I like just good old-fashioned regular sex. You know what I mean? Who needs the torture? Leave the torture out of it. Sex is still fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't knock it till you try it.
Oh my God. But I mean, if Debbie Harry hadn't been quick thinking, we might not have had Blondie.
Yeah.
Years of enjoyable music.
And I bet New York in the early 70s was rough,
just
bro.
a crazy place. I know. We need to do the top 5. We're doing a different top 5 tonight, but we need to do a top 5 of just places that you would like to go sightsee.
If you go to Time Warp.
Time Warp.
Yeah.
When
like I want to dance with Nero while Rome's burning. Or I want to go to whatever it is.
Yeah,
whatever it might be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I want to party with Pharaoh just once.
Just lots. Crazy feral party. Boys, sharing is caring. Anything awesome besides Jeff getting laid constantly happening in your
There's
world?
really nothing any more important.
Really not. It's really not. We could end it there.
Yeah. No, I went to the Puyallup Fair.
Yeah.
And
that's
had
great.
myself the scones at the very end, my big tradition, which is go to the grandstands. And underneath the grandstands, there's that original spot where you stand in line. There happened to be nobody there.
Fantastic.
When we pulled up, I got a couple of scones. They were delicious.
Yeah, hot, fresh.
Just
Oh,
so good. There was one point when I was there going on a ride. I actually wasn't going on the ride, but Liam and Archer and were going on this Ferris wheel looking thing. And the line was poking right straight out into the walkway, right? Just right straight across. And everybody it was like this traffic jam. So I just took it upon me to go, all right, everybody, let's come on and let's bring it right over here. Come on, let's bring it right over here. And they're all like starry-eyed. I looked like I knew what I was doing. And they all fucking shifted. Fucking lemmings.
You just have to have an air of authority there.
Just a hair.
It's the Stanford prison experience. Like you're like, okay, everybody, shock somebody. You with the cattle prod, shock them.
Right.
Hey, okay.
He said no.
Yeah, I don't know, but at fair, I could get 10,000 calories a day at the fair, bro. Honestly, once I lock into the food, it's like, oh man.
Had a couple pierogies and
Nice.
Walked a ton of miles. Didn't get to do as much of the agricultural stuff as I wanted to do, but I did get to see the hot tubs, which is part of my ritual
That's
as
nice.
well. Yeah,
That's nice. Yeah,
the hot tubs they're making right now. If you go to see hot tubs, it's going to be stunning.
Really?
For you, it's going to blow your mind. It's there's so many jets and they're all contoured and they have just they're like $60,000.
Wow.
Yeah,
I was gonna say I need a hot tub, but not 60
No.
grand worth of hot
Yeah.
I just try to get the toaster in.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I do have to say, fair prices were $50K. They knocked a little bit off of them, but they're amazing. I always like to look at the new advancements in those.
Wow.
And they have these swim tubs there that double as a hot tub.
It gives you the resistance.
That's neat.
Yeah, current you lock in with a little harness around your body. It hooks to both sides, and it's pretty great. Yeah, and then
Geez, that's a great idea.
yeah, and it doubles as a hot tub as well. So pretty crazy.
Nice. We'll have to get one for our post-apocalyptic.
Yeah,
hideout. Yeah.
That's high on the priority.
Hey, Kyle.
Gotta stay fit. Yeah.
Gotta get yourself.
Hey, Kyle, can we put a skate ramp?
He's got property, bro.
That's what we
He's
need
got
in this
property.
chair, and that's all I need.
We're all heading up, man. We'll bring the booze.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, so go this week. I think this weekend is the last part of the fair. So the last weekend of the fair. So get out and do the Puyallup, and everybody was great. A lot of smiles, a lot of people having fun. The weather was great. So yeah, go to the Puyallup.
Do the Puyallup.
What about you, Mike? Anything exciting you did or coming up?
No, finished up a bathroom job that's been kind of going on, so that's nice. Client's happy. So
All right.
yep, get to replace some tile because that water had gotten underneath the tile. So that was fun. Bathroom
Exciting.
fun. And the flange was incorrect. So the person who had done it before did it incorrectly, and that's what was causing that problem. So I got to repair that to bring it up to correct. So that's nice.
Nice. That's good.
And you've had a couple of climber events.
Yeah.
Kinda
No,
cool.
Mary Climber's on fire.
Yeah.
Kids,
I saw a video today that she had made. It looks pretty great.
Yeah, pretty good. Had a meet and greet. I think she's doing fine. She's
Nice.
keeping a cool head.
Well-spoken young lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it shows me that we need to disempower the party. And I am, overall very much a Democratic Party proponent, but in King County especially, but the state of Washington, it's a single party.
Yeah.
Right. It's and without any kind of threat of competition, they get a little clicky and weird.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
course.
If they can afford to. Right. So I don't really like that. And I don't like, and I've been thinking about this, and this isn't really good necessarily, but conditional love isn't love. Conditional help isn't help. That's business. You're making a deal with somebody.
Yeah.
You're implying that there's a condition for this, whether it's money, effort, or emotion, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Transactions build trust, etc. I get it. Transactional things are real, but it's not the same. It's
has
not the same.
No place in political.
Bingo.
Yeah.
If you support me, it's because you support me.
Right.
And if you don't, it's because you don't. Cool.
You're talking about a little cronyism.
Yeah,
the old
man.
boy.
And that if I help you, then
Yeah.
right. And it's never necessarily said out loud, but it's certainly implied.
Oh, it's
and I'm
implied.
not into it, bro.
No.
Nor do I find it to be necessary.
Yeah.
And Clymer's been super duper about just staying on topic, staying on mission, right, and just being
And I really
just not
like
into it, and
her
that's cool.
message
Yeah.
about who it's. This is who I am.
Yeah, no, she's a square dealer.
Yeah.
She's a square dealer.
Yeah, we're lucky to have her in the
Yeah.
race, and good luck to her.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. And people in general, the more we participate in our democracy, the better, right? And I, just for my 2 cents worth, I think the ranked choice is a nice, quick, easy way to begin the disempowerment of those vested party
Yes.
interests, right?
Yes.
Good
And I'm
idea.
not like, you can't have parties because that's ridiculous and not the case, right? But should they be able to really have all of the machinations, right? But again, if we're going to look to disempower that, we need something of a higher quality to introduce, right?
Absolutely.
Because something worse will fill that vacuum.
Yeah, and I will say this, the big D, right, from the last election, likes to point out a lot of stuff, right? But that's exactly what got him into trouble. The big D Democrats.
Yeah.
Exactly what got them into trouble was just not allowing, right? As soon as Biden dropped out, they just said, "Oh, yep,
There it is.
Harris is our candidate,"
Yeah.
Right.
without giving
No
anybody
choice.
the opportunity
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
to say anything different. Well,
Yeah.
maybe we should have a quick,
Yeah. Let's talk about this,
what do they call it?
everybody.
The brokered convention
Yeah.
or the,
Yeah.
whatever. We need to get together. Hey, this was the guy that you all wanted.
Yeah.
Now he's out. We're not just going to throw who we think should be in there.
Yeah.
Now, was she the best candidate? Maybe.
Yeah, quite possibly. In fact,
Yeah.
that was ready for that job at that time.
Right.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Does that mean there's zero reason to have a conversation about it?
Right.
Certainly doesn't.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
It's like
I know that
And-
turned
and-
off a
yeah,
lot. Of
and
voters.
just the lack of positive messaging and just pointing at what is bad. Right. That's only part of the equation. You have to have something to fill that vacuum.
Yeah.
Right? Something that is of a higher quality.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not that hard to message and get across this thing that you're offering that's of a higher quality. It should sell itself.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? And it typically does, right? Progressive ideas, real progressive ideas, they do sell.
Yeah.
Right?
Look at
It
the
takes a
guy
lot
in
of-
New York City right now.
Oh, yeah. It takes a lot of poison to try to ruin that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just a lot of false poison, right? Anyway, what a positive.
Geez,
boop, 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 boop.
went and watched the kid swim tonight. I was
Yes.
really proud of her. She did a 200 IM, which is up and back 4 times with 4 different strokes.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
seems individual medley.
Individual medley, yeah. So she first stroke is the fly, and she is not good at fly, so she fell behind. And by the end of that first lap, she was about a third of the pool behind everybody else.
Whoa.
Then the next stroke, you do your flip turn, is a backstroke.
And she's strong.
And she caught the fuck up where
Yeah.
she got to second place in that
So
stroke.
good.
Then the next stroke is breaststroke, which is her second least favorite.
Yeah.
But watching her little head bobbing up and down, she caught up and was neck and neck with the first
Yay!
place gal. And she did her final kickflip into the final stroke, which is freestyle, just ahead of that first place girl.
Oh.
And by the time it was done and she sprinted back and forth, she was about a third of the pool ahead of everybody else and won the race.
Congratulations.
I was like, man,
Good job,
when
Ken.
it
Well
jumped
done.
in,
Good
I was
job.
like, because it's not her favorite. She doesn't like, she would rather just do back or free the whole time, but you got to do it, and she's got to do all these races. She's got to do every race and make district time in 2 events to let her to varsity let her.
Sure.
So she's got to do all the events at least once anyway. And I was just like, holy crap! And she got some kind of little pin at the end that I didn't, because I had to leave, but I didn't get to see what it is because she won the race. She got some kind of little thing. So I was very proud of her for that. It was
very
really
well
cool.
done.
Yeah,
Good job, girl.
Yeah, really cool. And then a couple of things. Mike turned us on to a podcast called Wooden Overcoats.
Oh, right.
And I am deep into season 2 already.
Yeah. It's laugh out
plus, I
loud.
listened to all the Piffling lives.
Yes,
between
which
the
is
seasons,
funny.
which is great.
Yes.
It's a funny. I don't think they're British, but they're acting British. But it's a very British style comedy.
Really well done.
Subtle and sometimes not so subtle, but just.
The characters
hilarious.
are funny.
Yeah.
They're well written and funny characters.
Yeah. And I think it's been out a while, but I've seen they have at least 4 seasons.
Wow, cool.
Plus a lot of Piffling live stuff in the between.
Yeah,
so
it seems a good team.
if you get a chance, go.
Let's make it. And the sister, Antigone, is one of the funniest characters I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
Just breath the whole time. And just her delivery is so
when they
good.
talk about the Chapman, and she's like, we're not going to get into bed with her. We're not? I mean, of course we're not going to.
So good.
Yeah, and she just bails on him when the guy's going down in the plane. Tiffany, come back. I got you. Have you tried turning it on or off again? Right?
Well written, well acted, very well acted, well produced. The whole thing. It's what we aspire to be here.
Yeah,
at the Art Town.
So if you're looking to intern at the Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire at Cedar Stream Studios, check us out and come and say hello.
Yes.
How much those actors cost, man. And then finally, Jeff, you might like this show, maybe not. It deals with cancer. There's it was based on a podcast. It's called Dying for Sex. Oh. And it's on Hulu. Not because of that. It's on Hulu.
You'll love this.
You're going to love this. Dying for Sex. Two of my favorite things.
Stars Michelle Williams, who has,
you couldn't have written that better.
Who has been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. So this is based on an actual podcast. This lady, Molly something, she's diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. She leaves her husband because her husband never really gave her that physical intimacy. All he cares about is he's kind of the martyr. He's like the one that's got to take care of her. Oh, you got cancers, come back, and it's stage 4. It made it more about him, kind of a thing. So she's on this interesting sexual journey. She's like, I never had an orgasm with another person. Right.
Yeah.
And I want to experience that. I want to feel this, right?
Me too.
And she's dying of stage 4 cancer, and I can't think of her name, but she's a wonderful actor, comedian that plays her best friend. It's really funny. It's very heartfelt.
Sure. What's it called?
It's called Dying for Sex.
Dying for Sex. Okay.
And it's a one season, I think 8 episodes and done.
Okay.
But check it out. Michelle Williams is fantastic in it. Some of the people that I'll tell you, she's experimenting with all these things. One of the guys likes to pretend he's a dog, and she's the dominatrix, and she's got to take care of this dog. And his biggest fantasy is for somebody to pee on him. So they try it out.
You know what? Janelle talks about this a lot. Not the peeing on someone, but someone you can be with.
Do I need my bleeper button?
Choo choo, choo choo.
No, I don't care for me. I don't give a shit for me.
I don't mean that she wants to pee on me, but she does talk about the beauty of having somebody in her life that is a soft place to land.
Yes.
And so if you've got someone that you can express your fantasies with, and no matter what they are, as long as they're within the boundaries, and we've got a safe word. You know what it's called? Stop.
Yeah.
I think that's the best one.
But that intimacy can bring a deeper understanding of each other.
Yes.
Right? It's like he can really be a positive,
It's really what I'm down
trust.
for. Yeah.
And trust, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But
So she's
Choo-choo.
she's big on that. So it's great that they have that opportunity to.
Yeah, check it out. If you got Hulu, it's a good show. It's well produced and heartfelt, and
I'd love to
tear up. You'll laugh.
Oh, I'll definitely cry.
Funny.
I cry at the drop of a fucking hat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, boys. Well, ending on some real positivity, I found a bunch of Robert Redford quotes, so I'm just going to throw these at you.
Bitchin'.
First one's a little short. He said, "Image is crap."
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
Image is
A guy that was sort of forced into having this Hollywood image,
Sex
right?
symbol,
Sex symbol, all that stuff. It's crap. Then he said, "Life is essentially sad. Happiness is sporadic. It comes in moments, and that's it. Extract the blood from every moment."
Jeez.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, that's the live in the moment kind of an idea.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
live like every day's your last.
Find that happiness, man. Suck it dry.
Yeah.
Pump your stomach if you have to. Suck it dry.
For me, it's gerbils, but yeah.
He also said, "I try to avoid giving advice. The only advice I will give is to pay attention. I don't mean to the screen in your hand."
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I thought Jeff would like that one.
That's a great one.
He said, "Anybody can put something up on the internet. It's harder and harder to find what the truth is."
No doubt. And we're heading fucking
Yeah, it ain't gonna get better, bro.
into
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then finally, this was my favorite one. He said, "Speak out for what you believe and what you feel. Or don't. You have to live with yourself."
Oh, man.
Yeah, make good choices, people.
Yeah.
Make good choices because it comes back to you.
Yeah.
Make good choices.
Yeah, and you're choosing no matter what. So might as well make it a good choice.
Yes.
In every moment, we make
Right.
make a choice.
Yeah.
And I want to tell the listeners too that they've got the option too to have what's called revision. You can always revise your thought. You can, like intrusive thoughts, they come to all of us. They're there, but I'll give you the example of the guy on the treadmill at the gym. You know, that guy's doing his thing and he doesn't want somebody to come in and talk to him about insurance. He's meditating on this walk, right? He's listening to his music. When negative thoughts come in, you just kindly say no, thank you, and you move on. If you accidentally say something that you regret, revise it. Put it back into the universe and revise it. Make the practice of recognizing the choices you make, whether they're good or bad, but having the intention of positivity helps everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amen.
All right. Well, we're going to leave it there, fellas. We're going to come back and do our top five. Tonight's top five components of your last meal. So you're sitting on death row or the king is, punishing you and sending you to the big tamale in the sky. And you've got to come up with your components, your top five components of your last meal. You can find that in the members only section of r-townpodcast.com, or you can go to Patreon and sign up there.
Yes.
You can also go to Buy Me a Cup of Coffee and look for r-town podcast and just drop us a couple of bucks because you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, plus Hank and Marge and all that kind of stuff.
Hank and Marge.
Yeah,
and
we're
Hot
busy.
Rodders.
We're working our fingers to the bone.
We got
to bring you
fingers left.
Yes. So if you're so inclined, throw us a couple of bucks.
Yeah,
bro.
we'd love it.
Yeah.
We'd love it, and we love you. And if you're a
appreciate
member,
it.
we'll see you in a little while. If you're not, go be one. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.
Yes. Bye.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. And don't forget to visit r-townpodcast.com for all the links. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.